All right, hello everyone, and welcome to another game of the ACES competition. I'm Albie. I'm joined here with Knuti.
Hello guys, welcome.
So we have yet another round two match today between the England Knights, who consist of Kile, Slysonic, and Pokeaki, and Outback, who consist of Beaver, Bites, and what's this? Another Beaver? Hello?
Yeah, unfortunately, just minutes before the match started, we came into a situation where Tootesie, who is third Outback runner, was unable to join this match. So both teams agreed that Beaver is gonna be the substitute runner of Outbacks. So this is why Beaver is gonna run 2 episodes today.
Yeah.
But
A
otherwise, this will
colony,
play just the same.
colony of beavers today.
Yeah, we have Beaver and his brother underscore GG today. But yeah,
Which,
very exciting match coming today. Outback started with a victory, the round one match, whereas Knights started with a big L in the first match. So we'll see. Outbacks is definitely the favorite for this match, but how things change with the substitute situation, we're gonna see.
yeah, it's going to be really interesting. There's there's normally some limitation for Outback with Tootsie only running slide 2, but now we get an interesting different limitation where Beaver will have to switch the file that he's playing on, which could potentially mean having to quit the game and changing depending on how the draft works out.
Yep.
So that could be interesting.
Knight started with bans 2-1, 2-3, 3-2, and 4-2. Somewhat expected. Bans probably changed their ban order a little bit because of the changed runner situation. Tootsie is very strong in some Sly 2 episodes, for example 4 and 5, which are not banned now. So
Yep.
there's probably some changes in the tactics now.
For sure. I do like to see Slide 2 Episode 3 and Slide 4 Episode 2 banned, though.
I
They're
agree.
not bad
I agree.
episodes, but it's nice with variety.
Yeah, they're both great, but during the ACES competition so far, we've seen a lot of 2-3 and 4-2 thus far.
Yep.
Okay, Outbacks with their bans, I think that was 2-2, I guess 2-8, 3-5,
2-8,
and
yeah.
4-3.
4-3.
Yeah.
So some RNG taken out, and 2-8 being just a difficult episode, I suppose.
Yeah. I was waiting for 4-3 at least to be banned. I don't think that's very liked episode for the marathon setting. We're currently waiting for the Outback's first pick. We'll see which game they will focus on with the first pick.
Yep, for the first picks, all the games are going to be available, and we see Outback already taken its Slide 3, which is interesting. I know Bytes has been doing quite a bit of Slide 3, but I don't think Slide 3 is their strongest.
Yeah,
You think
definitely
Knights
not.
can do multiple runners for Slide 3? Because they might capitalize on that. They will. They will
Ooh,
make
this is
it
gonna be
multiple
interesting.
Slide 3.
This is really gonna be an interesting situation now. 2 Slide 3 episode in this match. So
Yeah.
very likely Bites and Beaver will both be running Slide 3 today. And we'll see what the last episode is gonna be. I'm trying to see, is there a
Will they
possibility for Slide
ban
4?
all of Slide 3, or will they want to ban some Slide 4? With Beaver being a lot more prepared for Slide 4 right now. Who knows? I don't think they'll ban much of Slide 2, though.
Yeah, we'll see. It's gonna be a very tactical choice for Knights as well, because, well, Beaver has been playing a lot of Sly 4 recently, but on the other hand, Kula is very experienced Sly 4 runner. So
Alright, yeah.
in that case, they really want at least one Sly 4 episode. And since Beaver is very good at Sly 2 as well, they might want to ban all of Sly 2. At the moment, it's possible for them to, let's see. Yeah, I think they can force Sly 4.
We have some people in chat wanting all Slide 3, but I doubt that Knights will want that.
Yeah. I don't think that's gonna happen. Although, as a Sly 3 enthusiast, I would really enjoy that. But we'll see. We'll see.
Oh, we see 2.6 getting banned by
Yes.
Outback. And which other one did they ban?
3-3 was the other ban. So let's see, they have 4 bans currently.
That's
they
an
can.
odd ban.
Yeah, I think, let's see. Let's wait for the rest.
I'd expect 3.3 to be on the same user as 3.4. So if you want to keep any Sly 3, should probably be that one. But
Yeah. Okay, there's 2.7, 4.1, and 4.5 left to pick for Outbacks as the last episode. Let's see if they want a Sly 2 episode or Sly 4 episodes as the third
yeah,
one.
seems like Knights is definitely opening things up for a Sly 4 with Keeley in the team. That makes sense.
Yeah, I was actually really waiting for them to ban 2.7 instead of 4.4, so they would have forced Sly 4. But I guess at least one of the runners in Knights knows 2.7 well, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
But let's see, we're still waiting for the pick from the Outbacks.
They're taking their
What's it
time
gonna
here,
be?
or at least it's taking time for it to come through. But it
Okay,
does come through now.
They have done the
It's
decision, and it's gonna be
4-5.
4-5. Nice, nice. Okay, this episodes I did not expect before this run, before the match.
Is this the first match with no Sly 2?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Like, I was expecting either one of each game as the setting, or then 2 Sly 4 episodes and 1 Sly 2 episode, but 2 Sly 3 episodes is not what I was looking for. Or I'm looking for it, but not what I was expecting.
Yeah,
To be honest.
most teams only have one person who's really comfortable on Sly 3. Maybe another person who can do it, but not their most comfortable. But here we have them going for 2 Sly 3 episodes. And they're going to be starting with Sly 3 episode 6. So whoever starts has to be ready to just go in and do Gauntlet.
Yeah. Yeah, getting ready for the Gauntlet. That's gonna be hype. But we'll see how they will plan, like who will run which episode. I know Pokeyaki is at least like decent runner in Sly 3 for the Knights. And well, both Ghoul and Sonic have done Sly 3 to some extent, but none of the runners in Knights at least like know Sly 3 too much. However, Beaver has done, I think 3 years ago, at some point, he did a few Sly 3 full game runs. It's a decent time in full game as well. And I would say he's like a decent runner in Sly 3, definitely.
So I know that the Bytes had a specific thing with timed. So was that going to mean that he would have to go right away or late? Because that might mean he either does 3.6 or 3.4.
Yeah, I think they discussed that Bytes is probably going to be the last one because the difficulties he was having. So that will mean he will be running 3-4, and Beaver will start with two episodes, 3-6 and 4-5. We'll see when we get those things on screen.
And then for the Knights, I'm predicting that it's going to be. I was gonna say Sly Sonic with 3-4 because it feels like something Sonic would want to do, but
yeah,
I don't know.
like
How comfortable is Pokeyaki with 3.6 right now?
Yeah, we'll see soon. But last match for the England Knights, Pokeyaki actually did 3-4. So in that sense, he should be somewhat comfortable with the episode now.
Oh yeah, in that case, it would make a lot of sense for him to do 3-4, and
yeah.
Sonic should be comfortable with 3.6. So that's probably the order that we'll go for.
Yeah, I think out of all these Sly 3 episodes, Sonic is definitely like 3.6 is the best one for him. He's done quite a few runs with the continue episode glitch, at least, so he's played the job. We'll also see for 3.6 if the runners agree to do the continue episode glitch, which is gonna shorten the run time for like 7 minutes, something like that. We can actually go check out quickly if they
They
have
seem to
agreed on
be
that.
talking about that right now.
Yeah.
Alright, that makes sense.
Yeah, we just got a confirmation from the beautiful producer Gandugan that the start of the match will be delayed a little bit since Beaver is having some issues with the file. But both teams agreed that this is gonna be fine. But we will be starting soon enough. So it sounds like Beaver is gonna be doing 3-6 for Outbacks, and I still didn't catch who will be doing. I guess Sonic. Sonic is gonna play 3-6.
Yep. They're the ones who were
Yep.
talking about whether they were ready to do it. And as we mentioned, Sonic is good at this episode. So it makes a ton of sense.
But yeah, I feel like 3-6, the first episode of the match, I think this might be quite tight between the runners, since well, Beaver has done slide 3, but definitely hasn't done much recently. So there's definitely gonna be some rust in the game, as well as for Sonic. So I think anything can happen for the first pair of runners.
69%, 42, very close to greatness there, but decent file nonetheless.
And we are off, and as you can see, we did the continue episode glitch, which means some of the cutscenes in the episode are skipped. This is sort of an NG plus setup for this, quite unique for Sly games. The categories for episode 6 for Sly 3 are split between like the normal any percent version without the cutscene skips and this continue episode glitch.
Yeah, you
But
need
you
to
can
set
see here,
your save file specifically up for it. I think you need a completed file for it.
Yeah, you need completed episode 6 file, and then you can use the massive challenges menu in order to glitch the continue episode option to be shown. And this allows you to just start the episode from fresh, but with some cutscenes skipped, which is quite funny glitch. I like like stuff like that in the games.
Yeah.
In this job, you can see this funny-looking jumping as Carmelita, which allows the runners to do double hits as Carmelita, almost doubling up the speed of the projectiles. It works like the kick animation of Carmelita basically cancels the cooldown, and combined with jump, you can here shoot the second projectile very fast. I think it was found like in 2021 by Snuggles, and it revolutionized the Carmelita sections in this game quite a bit.
Yeah, Snuggles find a lot of cool little things.
Yeah,
And not little things as well.
a great glitch hunter and runner as well. Yeah, both runners are pretty tight after the Carmelita job, Carmelita the rescue. Double hits look pretty clean for both of them, not that many missed.
It's not exactly to a point where it's that they're exactly the same point in the cutscene, but it's very close.
Yeah, very close so far. But the
Like
next job,
second difference.
yeah, the next job is probably gonna show some difference. It's one of the hardest jobs in the episode, at least in my opinion, especially if you want to do it fast. A deadly bite. Fortunately, it has a death abuse strat which some runners can use and usually opt to use, which restarts your health, and you will start the next section with full HP, which might come in handy because you usually damage abuse some of these obstacles in the way. Now let's see, as you can see there on Beaver's screen, the mines really do a lot of damage, just 3 hits and you are dead. And
Except Sonic took almost no damage, so I think Sonic has the noob mode set up.
Yes. For this category, it's quite easy to set up a noob mode before the run, and that is allowed to be done. And you can see there on Sonic's screen when he takes damage, there's pretty much no difference on the health bar. So Sonic has set up the file with the noob mode, but Beaver has not, and that really helps out a lot in this job to have that kind of noob mode, because you can just damage abuse through all the obstacles.
Sometimes Beaver might have to be a little careful with all the damage that he takes from all these different damage sources. But Sonic, it does so little damage that he can just keep jumping. Even when those electricity fields show up, it doesn't even really need to time it.
Yep. Yeah, it really helps a lot. And here we can also see why Sonic has played Slide 3 episode 6 with the continue episodic glitch quite a bit, so he has the file ready to be used. But yeah, this can be like in full game, for example, a very scary job sometimes if you want to go fast. If you accidentally take like one hit and then accidentally take second hit, then you're like one hit away from death, and you really have to watch out for all the obstacles, because in the worst case you can lose a lot of time with deaths here, especially in like this last section where you go all the way out there a long way. If, for example, on the way back with the sharks you die, you have to restart all the way from the bayou, get the sharks again, and take them back, and that's a lot of time loss.
Yeah. Beaver has one more here that he's trying to get around to, and he can go back.
Yeah, and once again, runners are pretty much tied. They start the way back basically at the same time. I think it looks like... Okay, they're basically tied.
Yeah, they're more tied now than before.
Okay, never. I say that this job probably would show some differences, but nah, they're just tied. Nice.
Yeah, it's just closer.
Beaver played pretty well with like no noob mode at all. Dodged the obstacles like really good. I'm proud of you, Beaver. Good job. But yeah, like Remo said in the chat, with NG Plus this job is not that hard, and that's so true. Like with the noob mode setup, you can just yeet all the way to the shark, the back. Makes it so much easier. But yeah, so far, very strong start from both runners. First two jobs have been good for both of them. No deaths in Deadly Bite. Very good.
That's a deadly mission for Beaver, at least. Sonic just kept jumping, no issues. But you were seeing that constantly from Beaver when those electricity fields showed up, that he stayed down a bit instead of just constantly jumping, which is the fastest movement.
Yeah. Yeah, jumping, I don't remember the exact numbers. Remo might remember in the chat how much faster jumping on the sharks is, but it is definitely faster, and if you can just damage boost through all the traps and so on, you can just go pretty quickly. Make your way there. But without the noob mod, you have to just stop jumping sometimes and wait for the next trap to spawn, because you can't really predict those that well. So you could just keep jumping, unfortunately.
Even when it isn't about predicting, when it's those fields, it might just be timing that you realize, oh shit, if I jump now, I'm gonna land in this field, so I have to wait a bit before I jump to make sure I actually avoid it.
Yeah, sometimes to me it happens that I'm like already, I have jumped and then I realize, oh no, okay, the next trap is gonna spawn now. Like I just know it and then I can't control it anymore. And I'm just waiting for the damage to appear. It's a sad moment during the run. But we have made it to the Dimitri mission of episode 6. A fan favorite, of course. What do you think about this job?
It looks like riveting gameplay, where it's really intense. You have to move so much. And you need to change where you're aiming constantly. Isn't that right?
At least like here, well, usually if you are good at this job, you can pretty much just put your crosshair in one point, and until the monster starts pulling you towards it, you can just keep firing without having to move the crosshair. You can also predict when Dr. M is going up, which we saw at least on Sonic's screen just a few seconds ago. And then when the monster starts pulling, you just have to make sure to keep hitting Dr. M. If you don't miss too many shots, you can just keep damage boosting through all the damages the monster causes.
Beaver is taking it a bit careful with the damage,
Yeah.
it seems. So Sonic does come out ahead out of this boss fight. But
yeah, Sonic's hit quite a bit compared to Beaver on this job now. But it's better to take it safe and not take a death. Death here is really bad because that's a rather long section after all.
Yeah, Beaver was even taking out those lasers on the side.
Oh yeah, I don't think that's. I don't know if I've ever actually even tried to shoot those lasers. Like even as
I haven't seen anyone do it.
Yeah, they're also like so hard to hit even. Like just hit.
He did it effectively though.
Yeah. Among the 10 people in the entire world. Yeah, I don't see that many runners do that. Like if you don't miss that many shots, like you can miss like 5 shots even, and you're still fine. If you just keep firing towards Dr. M, you can just take damage.
Yeah, I don't know
that you
how
didn't
much it
take
was.
any down. Yeah, also assuming
think,
you didn't take any damage in the claw section that comes before the boss fight.
I think I saw him miss one shot and the 2 shots on the laser, of course.
Yeah.
And then I guess him moving around might have lost him time too. I don't know.
Yeah, that definitely lose some time. I also noticed like Sonic move around a bit, at least in the beginning, to dodge some of the traps, which I guess is smart play.
It's only like
you
6 seconds difference still, so making sure that you actually get through it is the most important.
Yeah. The difference is not much still, and it can change again in the next job, which has some RNG elements. Bump charge jump. It's at least to me when I play EP6, I don't like this job as much. Like this is a fun job, but when you're trying to go fast, it can be very annoying sometimes. Like the car can just flip, and the other cars, their spawns can be just weird, and yeah, it's an interesting job.
I must say, it's really weird with the continue episode glitch that it skips a lot of cutscenes, but we're still watching a lot of cutscenes as well.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly which ones it skips and why, but that is interesting. That it saves like, what, 6 to 8 minutes in cutscene skips and still plays some cutscenes.
Yeah, something like that. Like at least those cutscenes that come, like if you come from a load, for example, we came from the underwater map and then came back to the hub world. There's a load, so the cutscene there wasn't skipped. But for example, in the beginning of the Deadly Bite, since the map was still the same, the cutscene in the beginning of the job was skipped. So
Sonic barely makes that cycle.
Yeah. Almost got to
but
the extra
Beaver
lap.
doesn't.
Oh no.
Beaver had to reverse a bit before, so now he has to drive all the way around again.
Yeah, the electrical bulbs that spawn, they like spawn in front of you, like a few meters.
Yeah, so based on where you take out the car.
Yep.
That had the ball.
So if you kill the car very close to a ramp, most likely the bulb is gonna spawn like below you.
Yeah, Sonic also driving past a ball here, so might have to do another lap.
Yeah, we'll see. Okay, he has like two cars in front of him right now, so
yeah, so that is the final lap for him right now, which is fine.
I haven't followed too closely like how many laps he took there. I guess this might be just the ordinary 3-lap track 2, which is standard.
Possibly. It seems like the same amount that Beaver's taking.
Yeah.
Oh, but he's flipping, so maybe he has to take another one.
Yeah, it looks like that. Yeah, Beaver's going for an extra lap. Sonic is gonna save quite a bit of time unless something happens at the end of track 3. but so far he's quite a bit ahead of Beaver. Beavers hasn't still entered track 3. But yeah, the flipping car after jumps is definitely something that that happens in this job and is very annoying in speedruns. Can really cause you a lot of time if the car you're about to reach is the 5th one, and then you have to go take an extra lap.
Yeah,
It's
I think
very
I heard
annoying
that
sometimes.
you can control it a bit by not accelerating more when you're in the air. Just,
Yeah, there's some things you can try to do with the gas and try to control it. What's the speed? Uh, but I feel like sometimes the car just wants to flip, even though you feel like you do everything perfectly.
yeah.
And when played with continue episode glitch, we have to actually do a console restart in the middle of the run, right here after a bump charge jump. Even though there's no Bentley's slideshow or anything like that between the jobs. But this is because if you just keep playing, the next job can't properly start. It's just gonna be a soft lock where slice plane is never gonna like launch. So that way you have to watch the cutscene here.
Interesting.
I mean, yeah, have to reset the console.
I've just kind of known about NG Plus here. I haven't actually known exactly how it's played. Just that it's mostly the same, so that's pretty interesting to see.
Yeah, there's some weird individual stuff, like for example, like this soft lock that would happen, and then in the beginning of Gauntlet, you will just spawn on the like the vault map where you're with Bentley and Murray, only with Sly, and you're just gonna hang out there for like 5 seconds before the next load is gonna start. So that's pretty funny as well. You can just mess around there, just relax a bit before the great Gauntlet starts. For the next job, Danger in the Skies, a plane level with Sly. I really like this turret section, which is in the beginning.
Yeah, it's got
Especially
some cool strategies to it.
Yeah,
You
there's
can
like
do the roll, you can dive down a bit.
Yep. And
Stuff
there's
like
like
that.
this specific road you want to follow to be optimal here, like which turrets to shoot. And let's see, after this 10th turret, let's see if Sonic is gonna do the damage abuse or no, he's not gonna do the damage abuse. We'll see if Beaver is gonna do it. There's a way to just get hit and then spawn on the other side to be ready to shoot the 11th turret right away. Saves a little bit of time. But so far it looks like Sonic, yep, very nice job with the turrets. Just getting ready for the bats. Meanwhile, Beaver is ready to start the turret section as well.
Only pointing out missed routes, so I guess it's multiple different routes that people have been taking, and he took one that's called the Gnist route.
Gnisty road.
I don't know. Maybe it's just random.
In the beginning of the bat section, you also have the choice to do a death abuse, which will get you back to full ammo and full health, or then do what Sonic did to just get some ammo refill and just keep going. I feel like I like both of the tactics. Both work just fine. Whatever you're comfortable with. At least when I started speedrunning, I used to always just take the death abuse. It was pretty nice. You get full HP and full ammo, and the start is pretty much constant all the time. But I feel like nowadays I opt going for just the ammo refill and play with the health I have. The bat section is also pretty unique for the plane levels in Sly, because you have to first shoot a missile towards the bat to disable shield or something, and then shoot a little bit before the bat actually dies. And if you follow the counter on bottom right, you can see after each bat killed, it doesn't instantly change, like increase the counter. It only increases after the bat has, like, I don't know, touched the ground.
Yeah, and it crash out of the sky.
Yep.
Before it's relevant that you got them.
Yeah, and that is also like relevant information if you want to optimize the ending of this part, because it's better to just crash into the bats because that will increase the counter instantly. So the optimal strat is for the last 2 bats, just crash into them. Sonic didn't do that, he just killed them the normal way, which is fine as well. And if I saw correctly, I think Beaver took a death in the bat section, which is very unfortunate because it will just put you back to 0 with the bats. And especially if you have already like have many bats already down and then you take a death, it's very annoying to start from all over again. So far Sonic has played very decently this job. We'll see almost the final part of the job, the dogfight part with the whatever that is, whale thing that flies.
Whale blimp machine.
Whale blimp, yes. Something like that. He played that very well as well. Yeah, those looked pretty fast, didn't take much damage at all. Pretty clean danger in the skies from Sonic's part. Very nice. Beaver is getting ready for the dogfight as well. Got the bat section down. And only thing Sonic has to do anymore for this job is to paraglide down to this whale blimp thing. Like that.
No real hiccups so far for Sonic. Really working out.
Yeah, very strong EP6 so far. No big mistakes. Yeah, Beaver had to take a death in the bat section, which is like, I guess that's the first major mistake for him. Currently in the dogfight, the third phase. It's looking good so far, and then the last phase still. For the last phase, if you can just keep your aim towards the Dr. M, you don't really need to care about the lasers at all, because they don't have time to reach you. So even if you're one hit away, you can just keep shooting and just be chilling. But if you're not that confident with your aim and so on, then it might be a good idea to try to dodge the lasers and take it safe. We're also getting some extra data from Remo, like 10 seconds time save for with the noob mode. It's interesting knowledge as well. I actually didn't know how much noob mode saves in this job. That's very cool to hear.
Yes, but it is something that both teams agreed to. And also another thing, if you haven't been paying attention earlier, that they both agreed to is that Beaver will be running twice. So he will be running Slide 3 Episode 6 now. And then the next run is going to be Slide 4 Episode 5, but Beaver's going to do both. So he's going to lose some time to switching from Slide 3 to Slide 4 as well.
Yeah. Yeah, if there's anyone new to the stream who missed the start, yeah, Tootesie was unable to join for the Outbacks for this match just minutes before the match started, but both teams agreed that it's fine to Beaver to substitute Tootesie for this match.
Yeah,
and here you can see on the left side the funny small part of the gauntlet start where you can just chill it there a bit.
Yeah. And that is probably a good disclaimer from Remo with how often he just knows the numbers. That was just my educated guess.
True.
Otherwise, it's easy to just think that it's true all the time.
Yeah. Facts.
I always think it's true anyway.
I mean, educated guesses are good as well. On the left side, we can now see Sonic has entered the gauntlet. Probably the favorite job of many Slide 3 runners. It has really great movement. You can just break this whole job down, do really cool glitches, especially in the episode runs where you have all the gadgets available, because you can also do the infinite jumps or shadow bounces, where you can use shadow power level 1 and feral bounce and just keep infinite jumping on top of water or anywhere.
And this is also another job where we can see Sonic benefiting from having noob mode, where there are going to be times where you're going to be low on HP normally, but because of noob mode, he isn't taking a lot of damage, especially this section coming up here. You are often very close to dying, but Sonic will not have to be concerned about that at all, even if he gets no health drops. He can just
Exactly.
keep going. It's just
Yeah,
half health.
in this Henrietta section, yeah, you pretty much just want the damage abuse like through all the lasers there because that's the fastest strat over there. And with new mod, it really helps out.
Ooh. Okay, he still made the super jump there, even though he landed on the chest. So I guess that doesn't count.
Yeah, that doesn't set your ground there because it's pretty much breakable. I guess. Yeah, I don't fully know like what kind of stuff I can update your
You can
position.
rocket boots with air. I've never seen anyone do that.
Yeah. Similarly as the infinite jump and the shadow bounce, you can also, instead of using feral bounce, you can just activate rocket boots, and that's also a pretty cool thing.
That's also another neat thing here with the noob mode that he didn't even use the stuck bot for the second time. He just took damage because he's
Yeah,
just that unconcerned with his health.
yeah. Usually at this point, you are either one hit away or two hit away from death, so you definitely don't want to take the risk of just getting to the water. But in this case, because Sonic has that strong of a noob mode, he can just take it easy and make it safe for himself. Because the stuck spot there with the sofa can be a bit annoying sometimes. And if you slide off, you're gonna lose a lot of time because you have to go not casually, but the, let's say, the all the way back through the patio section.
Meanwhile, Beaver has 1 HP, so he's definitely not going to be taking that damage.
Yeah, we're gonna see the stuck spot strat from Beaver's side soon. Meanwhile, Sonic is already in the stand your ground, and this job in the continue episode with the continue episode glitch, the beginning cutscene, which is rather lengthy, is skipped completely. So you just start right away in the Murray section.
And he gets the stuck spot, so
Yeah, Beaver
very,
nails
very
it.
good.
And gets a Helter as well. It's gonna be very nice. Really, really helps out. Take some stress away from the ending because it's also very easy to take damage accidentally here.
This propeller section, I see a lot of people taking damage.
Yeah, if you just get stuck a little bit, you might just miss a cycle and take some damage there. So very nice thing. Weaver got health drop. Sonic is using Double Fire Slam, which is very useful in this job to kill multiple of the enemies. Because these enemies, they actually are a bit tougher than the ordinary Slide 3 enemies, because they take 3 hits to die, and especially those with the claws and stuff, they can be very mean sometimes, because they can block Murray's attacks. But with the
He
Double
only
Fire
got
Slam,
3 times for the thing instead of 4. So he's gonna have to grab it one more time.
that is unfortunate. Yeah, the strat there is just to keep mashing the treasure and get it 4 times on Dr. M's back. So that way you can just proceed to the next stage. But Sonic only got 3, and now the elephant spawned. At this point, it's the wisest strat is just to death abuse and try to do it again. But let's see, Sonic is trying to clear out the elephants and then go for the last one, last treasure. Beaver is in the fight scene at the moment. Half
He's
HP.
also using Inferno Slam.
Yeah, it's very useful.
And there Sonic does the death abuse.
Yep. Yeah, the death abuse skips this some part of this cutscene, saves like 2 seconds or something. But I think the best thing about the death abuse there is that it refills your health for the Dr. M fight as Sly, which is very nice thing. Because in that fight it's very easy to take damage and die, and deaths in Dr. M fight can be very bad. Can lose you like a minute in the worst case.
Oh, Beaver also got knocked away and missed one, but he kept the thing. So it was very quick to back that up.
Yeah,
He
there's
got
like two
knocked away.
possibilities. There's two
Okay.
possibilities. Either the treasure is on Dr. M's back when it comes like unreachable or something, and then you just have to either death abuse or just play the next section casually to get the next treasure. Or then, because Beaver actually got the treasure back after the third latch, he was just able to wait out until Dr. M landed again and was able to put the treasure on.
I was surprised when he said it was only 2 seconds that the cutscene skipped saves, or the skip for the cutscene saves. But Beaver not doing it does mean lower HP for the Dr. M fight, which, especially without noob mode, is certainly gonna matter.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Beaver is one hit away. Let's see. Yes, based on how the gauntlet went, but that he does the wise move and does death abuse here. Very wise move from Beaver, because death here can be very bad, and there's no health drops in this job.
Sonic did
is
some cool strats for double hits to really take out Dr. M quickly. Just
and
already done before we can comment on it.
Yeah, thief
And then-
reflexes save a lot of can save a lot of time, because you can just do the double hits and complete like the stage in one hit basically, or like one swing.
Mhm.
So they can be very handy there.
And you saw very effective communication for knights that Keela could just start right away. No
Yes.
amount of communication can Outback to do that, because it's going to be Beaver, also known as underscore GG
Yes.
in the layout. It's going to be playing Sly 4 episode 5, so that's going to take a little bit.
Yeah, there's going to be some time that takes for the game reset and so on, but Beaver is now ready with, as you can see here, he's going to change the profile and everything, but he's now ready with Sly 3. Good job, Beaver. He used push attack strats with Dr. M, which is good choice. Good, like pretty common any percent strat to use with Beaver's full game experience. That was quite expected.
Let's
We'll
see if he
sometime to
has
thief
English
reflexes.
preset up on Sly 4.
Oh yeah, we'll see about that as well.
Languages save so little time in Sly 4 that it might just be worth running on whatever language he's on, because German loses like maybe 6 seconds. So
yeah,
if he's on German here,
I feel like
not even
Beaver's
gonna
gonna
be
have
that
it on
crazy.
German, because he's been like, no, it's actually English. What the heck? Okay, I was wrong. Nice. But Kula is currently doing well in the first job of episode 5. Here's also been some new roads for the first episode. Like, I used to run EP5 quite a bit, like I guess 2 years ago, and the road in this first job was very different. So I'm almost a little bit confused now seeing the new road here, getting the pictures. It's very cool to see.
Yeah. I've in general had to adjust as I've been looking more at Sly games, particularly Sly 4. I feel like it's done quite differently. Where I didn't really do a lot of strat hunting when I was running, and it was at a pretty early stage back then. So there's a lot of minor things that have been found that have added up.
Yeah, there's been a lot of development in Sly 4. Like, even like this year there's been a lot of new finds. New tech has been found, even, which is kind of crazy that the game is like over 10 years old and we're still finding new stuff. Which is pretty cool.
Eva taking a long time there to get into this final cutscene.
Yeah, the transition can be quite weird, because it can either be almost instant or then it can just take like 10 seconds even. transition
I've
to
been
the
told that it has
cutscene.
to do with the dialogue before going in having to be finished.
Yeah, there's something like that. Like, I guess sometimes it can lag, and that causes the transition being a bit long. I'm not entirely sure how it goes, but it's something with the dialogue. Ooh, Beaver did the warp there, to back to the I guess that's called like hideout warp. Like if you instantly after a load like press start and like land on water or something, it hasn't yet updated your ground position to the place you restart, and instead it puts you back to the hideout, which I guess that's why this road nowadays saves time over
Yeah,
the
that
old
would
road.
make sense.
Yeah. Yeah, another thing that I think was found this year.
Especially with some languages, you're not supposed to restart checkpoint at the end.
Yeah, that's also
At
a
that
thing.
point, you don't really need to restart checkpoint at all.
True.
Doing this. Beaver trying for the displacement boost, but unfortunately doesn't get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe that in English you're not supposed to restart checkpoint here, as Beaver's not doing, and that might be the difference where Keela was taking a long time to get into the boat. But
Yeah,
I
that might
believe
be.
Beaver should get in here pretty much instantly. Yeah, pretty quickly.
Yep.
So that works out for him.
Kyla is approaching the ICSSs in Open Sesame. For each of the rubies, there's usually when you press circle, there's the longish cutscene where Sly takes out the roofie. But if you, at the same time when pressing circle, you also pause the game, you can skip that cutscene and get back all the way in front of the shop. And in
Or
order to
also
help
seeing...
that, you can use PS menu because you can buffer both inputs to the same frame with that.
Yeah, it can still be a bit tight sometimes. That's what I've noticed from a lot of people trying it, but it seems to be pretty consistent for people to get these the ICSSs with the buffer,
Yes,
but Keela
yeah.
is eventually going to give up on the buffer and gets it anyway.
Yeah, he had some issues with the third one. I feel like myself, I use PS menu buffer basically for all those kind of ICSs in Sly 4, and I find it very consistent. I'm not sure what was the problem for Kyla there for that last one, unfortunately, but I feel like the PS menu buffer really makes it easier to hit those ICSs consistently. It loses a little bit of time compared to just doing the normal press start and circle at the same time, but to me at least it makes it much more consistent and nicer, especially in full game runs.
I don't think the ICSSs are too bad, at least not those ones that you can easily time.
Yeah.
So I would probably not do them, but if I would, I probably wouldn't do what other people do, where they eventually give up on them and just do it normally. That seems like the strangest decision to me. But some
Yeah.
people seems to work out for people. So what do I know?
Yeah, like physically it's somewhat easy thing to do. Just press with like both of your thumbs, for example, press start and circle at the same time. So if you're just do that all the time, every time just press the same time, you will get it all the time, you know. But compared to those ICSs where you have to actually wait for like cutscene to process, or like the Paris ICSs, you just gotta wait for the 3 seconds at the last rat death.
That's a
where you
true
have
one
just time to
frame
start.
where it's
That's
actually only one frame you're allowed to do it.
yeah.
Compared to having to do the inputs on the same frame. It's like way different.
Yeah, because for these rubies or the cutscenes in getting stronger, you can take your time and really set up your fingers getting ready for the inputs.
Beaver got all of them unbuffered, so that works out. A few
Very
missed
nice.
bosses, but never failing it.
Nice job. Yeah, no missed ICSs from either of the runners. Nice. I'm actually gonna go check out real quick like the PBs of of our runners. Kühl has a 49.52 in this episode. I feel like the last match of Nice, I'm gonna go look out quickly. I think Kühla got 49.46 for this episode. So that was a really strong run from Kühla. But I don't think he has submitted that to speedrun.com yet. Beaver, on the other hand, has 49.30. That might be from full game run. No, it's actually individual episode run. But both of the runners are really good at this episode. So we'll see what the end time will be today.
A minute 50 ahead for the Knights. That is quite a lot. A lot of that time is the change of game for sure.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a lot to make up. I don't think there's too much of a skill gap between Beaver and Kila in this episode. However,
not a big difference at least. Like, let's see, over a minute difference at this point. If Kühla doesn't do any major mistakes, I don't think Beaver is gonna be able to catch up during slide 4.
So it's gonna be about Bites and Pokiaki mainly.
Yeah. Like, let's see, over a minute difference here. That's probably not gonna like happen. Like, the Beaver will take over unless Kühla gets like some big death somewhere or something like that. But if he just plays on his normal level, I think Knights are able to get back to slide 3 with a lead.
I know Bites did have a really strong episode 2 last time he played in round 1. So he definitely seems to be strong on his slide 3. We'll see if he's as strong on episode 4.
Yeah, and if I recall, like, Outbacks were the ones who picked slide 3 episode 4, right?
Yes, they were.
Yeah, so that would also like indicate that Bites may have had some practice with that episode. But we'll see. It's gonna be interesting. Like, I feel like Pokeaki and Bites might be somewhat on the same level in that episode. So this match can still get pretty tight to the end.
Yeah, honestly, Outback might have expected the Knights to not want to do 2 slide 3 episodes. And that way just picking, alright, we're picking this one, so you don't pick one that's better for Sonic.
That's true, yeah.
And then
that's something we don't know yet. That's something we don't know yet, like if that was actually if that went according to the plan or not. But we can ask after the match.
Yeah, there has been a lot of mind games in picking episodes so far. Where people have been hiding what they're practicing, and I know you mentioned that you were using mathematics to select the best episodes for you to compare with the other team.
Yeah, there's like a lot of tactics involved in the picking and banning phase. Like, if you know like the strengths and the weaknesses of the other team and your own team, you can control quite a bit how the match is gonna be like. So I don't know how the other teams how much they like plan the bans and picks, if they just go with the feel or if they look at the numbers. Like, well, as I said in our post match interview, we use at least quite a bit of math and analysis to see what are the best episodes to pick and ban. But that might not be the case like for all the episodes. I mean all the teams. I guess some teams might just go with, okay, we want to play some slide 2 episode 1. Let's go with that.
A lot of people just seem to not want the RNG as a big one.
Yeah, like 2-2 and 4-3 are like almost like every time. They're just bad. Yeah.
Which is weird because a lot of people don't seem to want to pick it anyways. So I don't know why people are wasting their bounce on it. But
yeah, exactly.
Maybe against some teams it makes sense. Like maybe you should ban Slide 4 episode 3 against Knights just in case Sonic's like, oh my god, I want to play it. But like, for the most part, I think most people aren't gonna pick those episodes.
Yeah, that is true.
I mean, who's
let's
gonna
say-
want to lose the race because they got 10 guards on recon in
Damn.
episode 2?
Yep.
Totally not salty about that being in my 100% PV still.
Oh man. Wreck on the ballroom. Great job. This job Kula is currently at, and Beavers as well. Rugrats. There's also been some road changes this year, and some new finds as a skip to skip the Scorpion section. I didn't actually catch. I think Kula didn't go for the skip in the Scorpion section with the Salim
Yeah,
paraglides.
he didn't, but he has been doing a lot of these skips where you don't go all the way around and still barely make a jump
Yeah.
across. That weren't really a thing when I was running, but there are a lot of these minor, or
Yeah, there's a lot of
maybe not
places
so
where
minor situations where you can do that. That's just been adding up.
Yeah, it depends a lot like how the checkpoints are in the level. Like in some places there's a lot of checkpoints, you just have to hit all of them in order to process. But for example there, if you just get to hit the checkpoint and then just go
Ooh, Beaver
a little
doing the skip though.
Nice. Let's see how it goes. Does he get
Oh,
it?
he got it.
Yes. There we go. Nicely done. Nicely done.
Skips Scorpion section first try. Very, very nice.
Yeah, I don't remember how much that saves, but it's quite a bit. But there you can see like Beaver gets a checkpoint there and then just use the
Yeah. He goes up to go back in the level a bit to pick up another checkpoint. Because that's just how it ends up with how you do this level now, that you have to back up a few times just to hit all the checkpoints.
Yeah, there are some of the weird death planes as well in like this level. So you sometimes you just okay, I'm just gonna go to that point just easily, but there's a death plane in front of you. You can't actually go there. So the developers actually thought of something to prevent that from happening. So yeah, there's some death planes there. Makes it a little bit harder to just freely move around from checkpoint to checkpoint. Yula is ready with Rugrats, and Beaver just got to the Spark Runner hack, which is somewhat short.
Both of them have had really good Rugrats for the strats they were going for.
Yeah. Yeah, Beaver definitely saved some time over Kula here with the Scorpion skip. Yeah, and I feel like he's had a pretty clean movement also today.
I wrote down the time that Kula ended the job so we can compare afterwards.
Okay.
But
Mapioto mentioned in the chat
probably over a minute still.
Yeah, Mapioto mentioned that the Scorpion skip is 11 seconds, which makes sense. Makes sense because if you just do it the normal way, you're gonna whack all the Scorpion bases, and then you have to also use the lever to get the pole to get up. So that's quite a long process to do. And 11 seconds time save in slide 4 is a lot.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Because we have all of these chain triggers, so you kind of have to do pretty much everything.
Yeah.
11 seconds ends up being pretty big.
It is it's a big save.
And it's 1 minute 27 second difference.
Okay.
So Beaver's definitely been catching up more so than just the Scorpion skip, but just in general really, really clean from him.
Yeah.
I think we're definitely seeing a difference from him with how comfortable he is with slide 3 versus slide 4 at the moment.
Yeah,
Plays a lot of slide 4 at the moment.
Yeah,
Whereas
yeah, Beaver had a any percent grind recently, and now he's been also learning or relearning Slide 4 Hondo recently. So there's been a lot of Slide 4 practice for him recently.
I think he even specified it in ACES submissions that he wasn't planning to play anything but Slide 4.
Yeah,
Though he has played one Slide 2 episode and one Slide 3 episode now. So a little bit of the other games he's been playing in ACES so
yeah,
far.
that's true.
Maybe one round he'll get to only play Slide 4.
Maybe. We'll see. Kula's doing a nice job with the platforming section in Copycats. Those cycles can be mean sometimes if you do a mistake in the early phase and then you're getting to the cycle that you're not comfortable with. But it looked like Kula nailed that section down just fine. Also using the Murray gadget, I don't know which gadget that was, but that just let you go through the obstacles right away.
I think it's called something clothesline. Something like that.
Okay.
Anyway, it's useful for the individual episodes here because you don't have to punch through those. You can just keep running.
Yeah, and that looks very fast. Saves a few seconds there. Comes in handy.
Clothesline a lo macho.
Aha, I see. And there's some interesting names for some of the gadgets in this game. Beaver also doing nice job with the river section.
Yeah, very
Nice.
tight on the corner there, but he was very confident.
Yeah, that looked a bit scary there, but he nailed it down. Very nice.
He was also doing a lot of single jumps, which I assume is a little bit faster.
Yeah. Yeah, you basically don't want to double jump anywhere in this game unless you really have to. And even then you usually want to combine it with paraglider because double jumping is much slower than just doing singular jumps. And well, usually if you do a double jump, you also want to combine it with a circle boost to get to a thief object.
This is another use of gadget here where Keela just used the smoke bomb to not even have to jump over the guards like you normally do.
Yeah,
He didn't
that's
even have to
very
drop
useful.
another smoke bomb. It seemed he only needed to do one, which is kind of crazy. So
Yeah,
he just
whenever
runs
used in
straight through, but there's just a bit of time where they can't see you, even though the smoke bomb is not there.
Yeah, it's actually crazy. Like, it's very different how it works in Slide 2 and Slide 3, because if you're out of the range of the smoke bomb, the guards can still see you. But whenever you use like that flash bomb or smoke bomb, there's like, I think there's a set of time. I don't remember how many seconds, maybe like 4 seconds, when like
Looked like
no
a
guard
lot.
can spot you. Yeah, it's a lot. It looks kind of
In the other
funny
games,
sometimes.
it's the actual smoke that keeps you safe.
Yeah, yeah. Here you can just use the flash bomb and just keep running. Just
Yeah,
chilling.
it should be called invisibility cloak.
True. Beaver
I'm gonna
as
see
well with the
Beaver
flash
do the
bomb.
same. He does do
Yeah.
2 smoke bombs still, so
Yeah.
maybe the timing is tight there. Or maybe he just doesn't know what the timing is.
Yeah, it might be that he wasn't that comfortable with that. I don't know if that could have worked with one, if he could have made it, but it's definitely better just play it safe there and not take a job fail there accidentally.
I know Beaver generally practices full game strats more.
Yeah, I feel like as well.
He had a few weird attachments there to the pole
Yeah.
where he went down a bit, but he does make it through pretty clean still.
Yeah, some issues there, but made it there without job fails as well. Getting to the hack.
Maintaining his lead as much as possible.
Yeah. Avoiding any major mistakes. And so far it has worked just fine. Copycats can be quite challenging job sometimes, like a lot of things can go wrong, but both of the runners have done good job so far. Like there's a lot of platforming in this job, a lot of death traps. You can take deaths and job fails very easily, and each of those really lose you a lot of time. For example, there, that section where Beaver is at, where the dynamites are, if you're just a little bit too close to a dynamite, you will die and take a job fail there, and had to start again from the starting platform. So you have to play it carefully.
Yeah, I think
Of course,
even
these
used to slow
runners,
time
Kulan,
there.
of course, Kulan and Beaver are both like very experienced runner. They know where to go there, so they can go very speedy there.
Who are you?
Relax, pal. I'm a friend of Salim's.
Oh, Salim.
Kula just finished the hack and Beaver just started the Sparkrunner hack.
Sorry. You'll have to take that up with him.
So there's still a bit over a minute difference between the runners.
Yeah, that's not surprising. Because Kula has been doing pretty well.
Yeah. Very solid run from both of the runners. Next job for Kula and Beaver as well. Soon enough after the cutscene is gonna be up in smoke, which is a Bentley job. Mostly you're gonna be playing with the RC chopper. You're gonna smoke the city, drop some smoke bombs all around.
I did
Help Salim
think
and Sly.
Beaver's job looked very clean though, and I was right because he's caught up quite a bit.
Yeah.
Where it's now 1 minute 13 second difference. So he saved
Ooh.
14 seconds that job.
That's quite a bit. Quite a bit of
Yeah.
save time.
Just a lot of clean movement, even during that river section where he was just going so tight on the corner and just single
Yeah.
jumping everything. Constantly so confident, so clean movement. And that stuff really adds up in a longer level like this.
Yeah, minute 30, minute 14 difference. Anymore. Yeah, you can really see like that Beaver has been playing a lot of Sly for recently, like from the movement and everything. Like he looks very comfortable with the game.
Killer does have the very fun event where your smoke bomb's blown up by one of the bombs running around.
It's very annoying when they get on your way and you're already going to the next spot and then you have to do the U-turn and take the walk of shame back to this spot, drop another bomb.
Especially when otherwise it's a pretty trivial job, so generally you just want to not have the bombs be annoying with how they come out.
Yeah.
And other than that, you're not really doing much, not really doing anything crazy.
Could actually missed one spot over there. Actually had to backtrack a bit.
Yeah.
Not a big time loss though, but definitely something Beaver can again catch up a little bit by playing this job cleanly.
We did see this race was very tight at the start, so hopefully the Outback can just keep gaining a bit so we can have a tight end to the run. That'd be really
Yeah.
cool.
And honestly speaking, anything can happen in Slide 3 episode 4. It's somewhat pretty long episode. There's a lot of challenging jobs and chow fights, something like that, where accidental deaths may occur. So
A
let's see,
lot of
anything is open for
cutscene
both teams.
skips where you have to
Yeah.
die to do.
Yeah. The operation, there can be a lot of differences still in the RC car section, in the dragon fight, in the Carmutler, like a lot of challenging stuff up
We
ahead.
did see that last time episode 4 was in a race where both runners went for the cutscene skip on the Panda King section and both failed it,
Oh yeah, that's
which that can lose a lot.
yeah.
And that's only one of many that runners could potentially go for.
Yeah. Yeah, let's hope we don't see any failed Vampiric Demise cutscene skips today. Because that's a very brutal one to miss. You're gonna lose
Yeah,
2 minutes
think-
and 13 seconds.
assuming you get it the second time.
Yeah, exactly. Not the cutscene skip saves like half a minute, but yeah, can lose 2 minutes 30, 2 minutes 40 even, if you miss it the bad way. Both of the runners in the Alter Ego hack. Kyle obviously a bit further ahead. I think in full game runs, this is the last Alter Ego hack you do.
Wonder if either runner have learned any of the Alter Ego hack strats at the end. Because
Yeah,
I
that is
believe
true.
in this one it saves quite a bit of time. Like, not quite 10 seconds, but close to it.
Yeah, I haven't followed those too much, like which hack saves how much. But yeah, there's a strat in the end because each Alter Ego hack has the mini boss at the end. But the checkpoint for that boss appears pretty early before you can actually even deal damage to the boss. So it actually saves time to restart checkpoint right after you get the autosave. You can see here on Kula's screen he's not doing it.
Yeah, and it just takes a long time for the screen to get over to where the boss is, whereas when you restart checkpoint, you're just there immediately. So even if you're just level 1 with bombs, you can do that pretty quick.
Yeah, runners might also be like more comfortable with just going in with level 10 multiple bombs, just doing the old road. Because if you do the restart checkpoint strat, you're gonna be back to level 0 with nothing. You might still have time to pick up some levels or bombs before the boss appears.
It is a
But-
pretty new development, and
Yeah.
small premises like that are very new. You're gonna see a lot of people not having picked it up yet and just doing what they're comfortable with.
Yeah, like not many runner even do like those strats yet in runs. I've seen at least like Remo do those strats, but like not many. It's pretty new development in the game, and
Beaver doesn't do it either. I was thinking Beaver
Yeah.
might do it with how he's frequently doing Slide 4. He's at a world record level, so it might be more relevant for him to check it out. But he does fail the first cycle there, unfortunately. So that's backed up. Luckily, it wasn't one that lost too much time.
yeah,
But it
I
has
can't remember
overall,
which job it is. Yeah, go
It
ahead.
has overall save time still, where it's 1 minute and 4 second difference now. But
Another 10 seconds saved.
yeah, that smoke bombing section was really awkward for Kila with multiple
Yeah.
failed bombs and one missed one. Just was just kind of rough. So I believe that would have actually been exactly 1 minute difference if Beaver got the one cycle.
Yeah. Luckily in that job, at the end of the Alter Ego hack, if you fail the like first cycle, you don't lose that much time because the iframes end quite fast. But I don't remember which job it is where the boss just starts a very long animation and you just have to wait and wait for the second chance to deal any damage.
I think
But in
it's
this
like
job-
episode 2 operation. I think I
Yeah, that sounds
saw Remo
familiar.
failing
Yeah.
it yesterday,
Yeah.
or he had to wait for that.
Yeah, it feels very bad to just wait there and you can't do anything than just wait and know that you have made a mistake and you're paying the price for that. Not a nice feeling. Very punishing. Both runners are getting ready to the second last job of the episode. With Salim. I like this job quite a bit. Has a very nice movement. Very
It's pretty
fast
cool.
paced. Yeah, very intense. Like in general, episode 5 is I think it's my favorite Sly 4 episode in speed running. And especially like this job, I'm not sure if this is my favorite, but at least in my top 2. Very nice, fast-paced job.
The levels have really nice gameplay, and there's some cool strats in them as well for the speedrun.
Yeah, yep.
This change breaks so easily.
All right, just one more transmitter.
Yes, there is always one more thing, is there not?
It does also, however, have the operation in this episode. It's just very long,
Yeah.
with a lot of cutscenes and
Why did
Carmelita dancing.
Why not sleeping?
Yeah, that is.
Just a bunch
I think
of
that's the
nothing.
annoying part. Annoying part of this episode. I guess similarly to Sly 3 episode 4, with a really long operation with a lot of cutscenes. But on the other hand, I like the Miss Decibel boss fight. That's pretty unique and cool. Has some cool effects.
I better be careful. Decibel is right there.
The Bentley section routing in this job has changed a bit this year. We're going quite different route. This first,
Into that quarter shell.
and well, as you can see, they're good at taking damage intentionally there, do a bomb leap, and then doing a death abuse right after hitting that. And we will repeat that for the second transmission. Oh no, I think he missed the shot. Was it a miss? Yeah, that's unfortunate. That is unfortunate.
So I think
On target.
the bomb doesn't blow up until you exit as well.
Yeah, since trigger bomb. So I guess he thought he was about to hit the thing and then only press trigger bomb and then maybe realized that okay, I missed. But at that point you can't do anything. But just look at Bentley dying.
Bingo.
Also, I just checked because I was curious, and I believe Sly 3
All right.
episode 4 does have the longest cutscene, right, in the entire series. But in spite of that, this operation is actually longer.
Yeah. Like the Carmelita dance is very long, and the cutscene that occurs after the dance is super long as well.
Now make tracks and fast.
And the
Like
fight
two
versus
very long
Decibel as
sections.
well, since it just has so much to it before you even start the proper fight.
Yeah, that's true.
That section is going to be interesting since our runners are going to have whale sprint, so we can see how risky they might want to take that.
Yeah, that is true. That's true.
I know one problem I've run into before with rail sprint was sometimes the first one can be invisible for some reason. I had that
Yeah,
once
that's-
where I was just rail sprinting through and I just died with nothing there. And I think I even commented on it like, oh, I'm so stupid, I didn't see it. And then I looked back at the VOD and it was just invisible. And I was like, damn, that's why I didn't see it.
Yeah, obviously I didn't see that. Yeah, that's like another quite weird and also annoying thing about the operation in those sections that there can just be the invisible orbs for the first set of the orbs, and you just can't do anything than just try to pray that you dodge them. And Kula is right about to start the Call Me the Dance, a few minute auto-scroller. We get to enjoy some nice music here.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully not get copyright striked. Because this song that plays here is like actually not like this is like just some stock music and not actually like from the game's composer. So
Oh, really?
occasionally, if you put your boards on YouTube or somewhere, you might get like copyright alert or something from this section.
Is that why you get copyrighted on the final song in Breakout as well?
Oh yeah.
We'll never know about this.
I don't think that has happened to me, but I usually in episode 5 or full game runs I get like copyright alerts here or the Miss Decibel boss fight. Like those
I
are
used
the
to always have that
I-
problem.
Yeah. Every time.
It's now 48-second difference between when they started the Carmelita dance.
Yeah, Beaver has played very strongly this episode. I don't know what's
Yeah.
his pace, like compared to PV, but he's played very well. Very solid run thus far.
Yeah. It might be a lot faster than PB just out of doing episode strats.
Yeah.
Since I know at least in Slide 2, when you look at a lot of his, he's doing full game strats. And he's in general has that mentality that full game is the thing he's focusing on.
Yeah.
I can do this.
No shakers.
Ay, these baboons need a bath. Maybe 2 baths. Not writing a report on this.
Yeah, I just took a quick look at his episode 5 PB, and it doesn't use clothesline at least by Murray.
Okay.
Might not use the other stuff either.
Yeah, that might be just a full game gadget, so I guess trigger bomb and rail sprint probably.
Yeah, no smoke bomb
Would make
either.
sense.
So that stuff can add up as well, outside of just how well he's playing. Might have done
feel like
better at episode 5.
Yeah. I feel like it's very nice nowadays in speedrun.com, since you can now have runs with additional gadgets on the leaderboards, also from slide 3 and slide 4, since that allows you to do those full game strats and use the full game gadgets for later episodes and still get like proper PVs for episodes. Because previous, like those runners who want to focus on full game runs may not just do individual episodes and submit those, since
Yeah,
with full game
previously
gadgets you were not
where-
allowed to.
Go enjoy it.
Previously, when you only had paraglider, not only was that not really accurate for full game, but it does also just limit the run in general. Whereas now, where you can do additional, you can either choose to do it exactly like full game, like a lot of people do, like Bieber a lot of the time, or you can include all those additional gadgets and really try to push the individual episode quite a bit, which I think can be really good for the game, especially with maybe sometimes eventually people realize, oh wait, this gadget might actually be pretty useful if we get it for full game, just because of how many strats we've found with it now, and then start implementing it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, a great benefit of having that option nowadays. And there are those runners, some of the runners who really love the individual episode strats who want to grind those, and then there are those who really want to focus on full game and have the episodes as practice. So it's nice to have options for both of those kind of runners. Kyllä has gotten past the long cutscene. Beaver still has some weight left. Kyllä currently at the RC section, luring the guards to the vent.
We are hearing some squeaks. I had to listen very closely. I was like, is that a squeak? It is a squeak.
Let's go.
So really nice from Kila.
Yeah, some squeaks.
Fortunately, I don't think there's any visual indicator for squeaks, so we can't know if GG is doing any of them.
Yeah, I think it's just a sound effect, unfortunately. We can imagine he's doing some squeaks there.
Mm-hmm.
I just need to stay ahead of these guys. I can't let those goons catch me.
So Kyllä still has like at least like 45 seconds lead at this point. If he can have just a solid rat fight and solid Miss Decibel fight, he can lead Knights with the lead to Slide 3, the last episode, Slide 3 episode 4, and I think that's gonna be a tight match between Yaki and Bites. I feel like their skill level is somewhat close to each other, so it's a pretty nice situation we have here right now.
Yep. The Miss Decibel fight is where the rail sprint section I mentioned comes up though, so that's going to be something to look out for.
Yeah.
Time to show this security.
Kyllä is approaching the infamous bumpers here. If you get hit here, you can get some
You'll have
very
that
annoying
corner so
long
tight
rides.
where you can fall off though. That was
Yeah.
terrifying.
I think he knows what he's doing. Or then just
Yeah, I
took
think
some
so
risk.
too, but as an observer, I was scared.
Yeah. Yeah, he was very close there. Yeah. Made it nicely through the hack. The last hack of any percent run if this was a full game. And last hack of this episode, of course. Getting to the
Both
rat fight
runners
is
have
also...
seemed very confident in the stuff they go for. I think it's just
Yeah.
a testament to just how incredibly clean Beaver's movement is that he's been able to catch up, even with how good Kila's doing.
Yeah. Kyllä is currently the rat fight. It's gonna be annoying sometimes with the rats. If another rat punches you, you're just gonna lose the rat you're holding and have to pick another. But that looked like pretty clean rat fight for Kyllä. I just didn't see like any mistakes there. Very nice.
Fine, those containers look fragile. You'll need to find a way to get across before they break.
Kyllä is now starting the Decibel fight. Multiple parts.
This is your funeral lot.
While Beaver is getting to the rat fight as well. We'll see if he gets as clean fight as Kyllä did. This the first side looked pretty clean. Now he got hit at least once. And it looks like Sly is not being that helpful this time, punching the rats away from Nuri. But he made it through the section.
Yeah, we've seen some slowdown of time from Kila.
Yeah.
Makes a lot of sense. It is pretty risky to be rail sprinting there.
Yeah, it is. It is.
But the
You really
plus
need to
side is
go.
that you're sprinting through it.
And I can
And yeah, we're gonna see GG also be jumping through.
Taking nice and safe. I'm not sure if there was invisible orbs there, at least it took a long time before the orbs actually appeared. So there might have
Yeah.
been some, but Beaver luckily dodged those very nicely. No
The
hits there.
invisible orb is usually just like one extra right before the other ones, is what I've noticed.
Okay.
But I think the reason why it's taking so long for the orbs to come out is just because they instantly slow down time as they
Yeah,
load in,
that's true.
which is something runners generally do to give themselves some space where they can just do some clean movement and then afterwards adjust to wherever the sparks appear.
We can see Kula has started the last phase of the boss fight.
Yep.
Luring
We're also
Decibel to the
seeing
right corners.
Okiaki getting ready.
Yeah, he is ready there. Just Murray's ready to get into some action.
Doesn't just look ready, he just looks very excited.
Yeah. Kula has 2 of the antennas down, now one more left. And we can also see Bites getting ready on Outback side. Good control with the damage. It looks good for Kula. Getting ready for the last hit. And there we go. Knocked down. GG Kula.
GG.
And Pokeyaki's off. Clean switch as well between the runners.
Very good communication. Kuda finished at 120.28. A lot of damage being taken here. I don't remember what that strat might be for.
Yeah, there are like 2 different strats. I think the strat Pokeyaki is going for right now is the Death Abuse strat, which basically skipped the guard fight entirely when protecting Van after breaking the ice. And there's
That
also
might be
possibility.
noob mode though, with how many you had to take.
Yeah, if you have a noob mod, you have to take 3 hits there at the beginning. I didn't pay that close attention, but that might be the case. Beaver also finished EP5, very nice, and Bites is ready to go. GG both runners.
50-second difference going into our next Sly 3 episode here.
So Yaki has 50 seconds lead, and we'll see if he can maintain it. Okay, Bites doesn't have noob mode. It's like 1 barrel hit away from death, which is optimal situation now.
Yep. Didn't have to take any additional damage when Carton just helps him out on the way.
Yeah, I don't think he planned that, but it worked out just fine. Like usually the damage, taking damage there, you would fall in the void twice and then shoot the barrel that is right next to the job trigger once. But that worked as well. Falling in the void 3 times and just letting Carmel shoot you. Here we'll see if Jackie's gonna do the death abuse strat, which I think he will.
Considering he's already taking damage, he's at least gonna go for it seems.
Yeah,
just with the sheer amount of death abuses here.
The other option is also to do a cutscene skip here, to skip this cutscene. Yaki just entered, which is used in top runs these days as well, which saves, depending how fast you do the setup, maybe like 10 seconds. But the setup can be finicky, and doing this death abuse strat is pretty consistent, so obviously a good choice for a marathon setting.
Beaver did do 2 episodes. That's why
Yeah.
his name is split between 2 situations there, because Tootsie is not here. So we have
Yeah.
Beaver and Gigi, the same person, doing 2 episodes.
Yeah, both of the teams agreed that Beaver can substitute Outbacks for this match.
Murray's very low on Pokiaki's side. He
Yeah,
struggled
that-
to take out one of the guards there.
that is very unfortunate since Murray's now 1 hit away.
That's
It
gonna
can be
stay
very
the
scary.
entire job, right?
Yeah, I think if Yaki makes it all the way to the end of this section, he's just gonna death abuse at the beginning
Yeah.
of Panda King shooting section. But
He's
let's
gonna
hope
have
he
to
can make
death
it.
abuse somewhere, because there's no way he's making through the panicking section with 0 damage. That would be very impressive.
But this is a very scary situation right now. Ooh. Oh no! Yeah.
Oh no, he died
Yeah.
there. But that evens it out. Now Outback is actually ahead.
Yeah,
Just
I think Beaver
barely.
has like 5-6 second lead right now. That's very
But
unfortunate death.
It's actually not Beaver for once.
Oh man. But that was very unfortunate beginning in the protection phase, because he just took like 5 hits right away in the beginning. I was 1 hit away from dying. So not the start Yaki wanted at all. But
Yeah,
now he's made it just clean through the beginning, luckily.
But as we've been talking about, there's just so many situations in this episode where you could lose a lot of time. So we could see many cases like this where it goes back and forth between the runners throughout the episode.
Yeah, I feel like, especially in slide 3, like deaths can cost you a lot of time because there's not that many checkpoints. You can just like play even like a minute without any checkpoint, then you take a death and you have to start all over from again. So 1 death here and there can really cost you a lot of time. And in this episode, there's a lot of those sections where you tend to take some damage, even if you don't mean to. Like this first job, Tier 4 Reunion is notorious from that in this Murray protection sections. Especially in at the next section where you shoot the fireworks as Panda King. We'll see how runners will handle that.
Pokiaki will be full health for that section, whereas Bites will be not half health, but pretty close to it. So we'll see. It still works out for him. I hope it does. It is a lot of health still. So
Yeah, he can take 3 hits before taking a death. And Yaki has full health at the moment, which is very nice.
just important to pay attention with just the sheer amount of guards that come. Now you have to manage the spikes as well.
Yeah, this can be quite challenging task as well, to control the guards, because they don't die instantly when you hit them, but instead you just knock them around, and you can't always predict which way they are going, so you might accidentally just shoot them towards Murray, and then it's pretty risky to shoot there. Because Murray actually will take damage from the fireworks if you shoot at him.
Yeah. That's the method that the community was alluding to earlier when Pokiaki was 1 HP, that he might just death abuse like that.
Yeah.
We're seeing here Bites shooting a bit away from Murray to let splash damage to move them away.
Yaki
Even
having
if it
a
means
little bit.
shooting another time. Ooh, 1 hit away it seems for Bites. It's getting tight.
It's very scary ending. Let's see. Oh,
Oh!
that was close. That was close.
That was so
Okay,
close.
I think he's good now. I think he's good.
Yeah. He looks like he's in the clear.
The guards can also push Murray, which we actually saw on Yaki's screen like maybe 20 seconds ago when a monkey just pushed him backwards, which actually loses you time. Might even lose you a lot of time if they push Murray back, because Murray's so slow walking there, just basically crawling in front of the car. Just
We're
pulling it.
seeing Yaki finished with a lot of health, but considering he went into that full HP, If he had the same HP as Spites, I think they would have actually ended with the same HP as well.
Yeah.
So that can be the significance of how much health you go into that section, because it's just so likely that you take at least a little bit of health, a little bit of damage there.
Bites making way to get a job using adrenaline burst. Bentley.
Jeg
Oh.
har kostyme klart.
Yaki having
Yeah,
some menu
accidentally
issues.
going into the thief net, and you don't have a quick way to get out of it like in Slide 2, so you just have to
Yeah.
wait for the load.
Yeah, that accidental thief net visit.
Mm.
Classic.
Since Slide 2, you have the cell section, so you can just quickly move there and then exit.
Yeah, it's quite interesting how differently it works in Slide 2, because even though the GUI is still on the screen, you can actually still already control the characters if you just do the menuing fast, which you can see in jobs like Disco Demolitions, where you can still having the ThiefNet, all the ThiefNet graphics on, but you're on the background you're playing as Bentley, because the menuing is so fast in top runs. But in Slide 3 you actually have to wait, like you don't get control until the ThiefNet screen has went off. I guess that's something the devs really saw as a bug and wanted to fix for Slide 3.
Or just the fact that they removed the cell section might have been a fix for him.
Yeah, probably like at the same time when they decided to not have any cell functionality in the game. Also fix that. That thing.
Klart! Jeg skal be ham komme bortom med en gang. Det er best du ikke kaster bort tiden min. Jeg er ikke spesielt
But they're not
ettergivende når
that
folk
big of a
sløser med
difference.
tiden min.
So Outback's now got the lead. Maybe let's see what 10-15 seconds probably. But anything can still happen. Like the laptop retrieval, for example, with both Chow fights. Like anything can happen. If you take a death there, it can cost you a lot of time.
Ta på deg kostyme og gå bort til vaktene.
Still
Så
anyone's
passerer
game.
de sikkert for deg. Lykke til, kompis!
It's like 23 seconds actually. That's what I saw there.
Okay.
So a little bit more time than he thought.
Yeah.
Sender passord.
That's how big the swings can be in Slide 3, where
Yeah.
Yaki started, or yeah, it was Yaki who started with 50 seconds ahead going into this episode, and it's now 20 seconds behind, just off of one significant mistake.
Yeah. Like we came from Slide 4, where it's somewhat difficult to make that kind of big mistake, like major time losses like that. But in Slide 3, some things can be very brutal. You make a mistake, you might lose minute, 2 minutes pretty easily.
Slide 4, in order to lose that kind of time, it's usually because you're just stuck on a trick and just keep not getting it.
Yeah.
Det er bra, Sly.
So like there's a lot of checkpoints in Slide 4, for example, so even if you die or take a job fail, those usually don't cost you much.
Yaki struggled to make sound there, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But he does get the very, very quick where he can just spam X, so that's cool.
Yeah. The not
And Bites gets it as well. That's
second one.
so satisfying.
Ok, ser
Nice.
fornøyd ut nå. Generalen vil ha i hvert fall ett lykkelig par.
Ooh, Bites not getting the quick pick. Having some troubles with the monkey. Oh no. Okay, there we go.
Jøss, Sly. Det var bra fotografering. Vis alle bildene til generalen. Han blir nok imponert.
There is a strat in that after that third photograph, to at the same time when you actually take the photograph, open the gadget grid and unbind the disguise. And that way, Sly will actually start that cutscene before going to the palace without the disguise, which actually is faster since he's running there. And also when getting into the palace, he's gonna not have the disguise, so you can just go to Jaw with the rocket boots, and that obviously saves quite a bit. But that
Do you have to
strat,
go
not,
into the disguise again, or does it just
No,
work to not?
yeah, you can just not be in the disguise.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah, saves. I think based on my calculations, it was like 7 seconds. You can save with that, but the trick is quite tight, and if you mess it up, you can hard lock your game.
Oh,
So, like
That's never
for
fun
example,
to
I
hear.
don't do that in runs yet.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, it was a very cool discovery. I think it was like at the end of last year, and Nibla found it.
I feel
It
like
was very
a
cool.
lot of these things though do eventually get implemented. Like
Yeah.
even fish kip eventually got implemented, even though that was seen as very unrealistic to go for. So I do look forward to in the future seeing people doing that.
Yeah, usually what tends to happen is when more people start messing with the trick, and they start finding our more consistent setup, safer setups, and eventually those tricks will get implemented in full game runs, episode runs. But usually that just takes time and multiple people just playing around with tricks. But it's having a little bit of trouble with the lantern jump there. Also plays it safe with the guard. Those flashlight guards that spawn over there can be very mean sometimes, because they can just shoot you down to the lower level and you have to climb again. It has happened to me multiple times when I just keep getting hit by those guards and not getting there to the job trigger.
Jeg er redd det ikke blir så enkelt. Nøklene har
Ooh, like that, but luckily
Yes.
Yaki didn't fall down.
Like he had
Yeah, that's-
two flashlight guards there, but made it through pretty clean still.
Yeah. Yeah, luckily he didn't fall down and was able to be on the same level still and then got past them.
Siden du er en bedre tyv
Really
enn meg,
nice.
er det nok best at jeg tar min først.
But yeah, it's about 25-second difference between them, so seems like Bites is trucking along well.
Bites is going for the push boosts, which I don't think Yaki was going for, which is pretty advanced movement tech in Slide 3 with some tight inputs where we have to use the push attack and then right after that cancel that with rocket boots, which lets you keep the speed, but then you get control of Sly, and that lets you jump and press paraglider, which then again gives you the speed of the push attack, but then you will keep that in a paraglide, which is very useful and saves a lot of time in this game, but it's tight movement trick because you have to do those inputs very fast in order to make the trick work. But it's very satisfying as well when you actually manage to hit the trick.
Jeg har den første nøkkelen. Ta den andre før vakten får meldt fra. Supert! Nøkkelen er intakt. Møt meg foran statuen av generalen.
Wrong direction. Push
That was unfortunate for Bites, actually, doing the push boost the other direction. If you are alerted, Sly will target that push attack. No matter what you do, it will target that to the closest guard. So if you
Was
try
he
to
just
push boost,
instantly alerted?
Bra jobba.
yeah,
Begge nøklene og
I'm not sure
hakekamera
why he was
er
alerted,
jeg
but
klar for
it seems
kontoret.
like he was, and then the closest guard is the flashlight guard
Jeg
right
er
behind
redd
you.
dette er et
So
problem vi
Sly just
bare
tried to
kan
push
løse
boost there.
teknologisk.
Ha det gøy med teknologien din.
Ikke
Unfortunate.
vent på meg. Dette kan ta tid.
Here's a death abuse to refill the juice meter for Bentley in order to get more AB. Yaki taking some time to do some menuing. I checked that the difference was just 15 seconds around, so Yaki saved a little bit of time over bites there.
Yeah, but
on
with the
previous job.
menuing, I think it's more like 20 actually.
Yeah, that menuing really lost him some time.
Yeah, he didn't really seem to know which gadgets he wanted where.
Yeah.
And that messed things up. He also did that menuing a lot later than bites.
Yeah.
So it might just have been like, oh yeah, menuing.
Okay, I'm interested to see which strat the runners will do here for the interior part, for the guard lures. There's like a few strats you could do. You can either keep the grapple cam outside the hallways, like basically like here where we are at the moment, this inner part. Or then you can take it all the way to the hallways and lure the guard that way. Let's see, the bites seems to be doing the this lure strat. I'm not sure if he's handling that. Okay, he got the guard lured. Yep.
He seems to struggle there a bit, but eventually he got the guard to hear it. Whereas Yaki got the guard to hear it right away, so that's gonna save quite a bit of time.
Yeah, that'll look much cleaner. But yeah, both of the runners are doing the so-called newer strat, which I think I started implementing in 2021. Before that, a lot of runners just used to just get to the hallways and lure the guard that way. But nowadays, that's pretty much the norm to just use the ulterior strat.
Why was Bite so far ahead there when he switched to Bentley? Like, he was taking damage from the lasers right away.
Yeah, if you just before the last dart hit, you close the Banyuku and press AB, you can actually get that AB to the cutscene, and that gives you some extra meters. Because Bentley will actually be traveling during the cutscene. It's a pretty tight...
Interesting.
It's a pretty tight window to hit that AB, because you have to just shoot instantly, mash Banyuku to close it, and then just mash AB and hope you get the... get it. But yeah, you can save a little bit of time with that. It's a pretty funny trick. Sometimes, based on how the laser cycles are, you might take damage, or then you can just get without taking damage, which is obviously the optimal one, since you get control right away.
Even with the damage, though, he was pretty far ahead, so that definitely saves time still.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Døra til databasen vidåpen. Jeg et geni med stor G.
Yaki's struggling a little bit with the hack. But he made it through.
Yeah, Bites was able to increase the lead a little bit during the hack.
Yeah, but just because of how fast the luring the guard section went, he's actually a little bit closer than how they started the job. It's like 17 seconds now.
Yeah. So it's still pretty tight. Like anything can still happen. And especially now in this job, which we're getting laptop retrieval. It's a challenging job, I'd say. And it's very easy to make mistakes, and mistakes that cost you time. And even the smaller mistakes where you just take damage, that can be very bad as well. You really don't want to take any damage in the slide section when you're first traveling with Google across the skies. If you fall down there once or twice, you are already like sacrificing some of your health. And you want to have full HP when getting the jaw fight, if things go badly.
Yeah, and also for the first section of the jaw fight, if you just barely miss him and you have to like travel across the stage quite a bit, it can add up if you mess up smaller things in this job.
Yeah, I can also like say that if you in the first phase of jaw, if you miss him once, that really screws up your cycles there. Like even if you try to get him again as fast as possible, then he is just a bit too much ahead of you, and it can be really annoying to get back to the so-called cycle there. It can really mess up your rhythm with the fight. So mistakes in this job can be very costly.
We have the
But-
Avatar being summoned.
Yeah, Bites is fighting Avatar there. Let's see how this goes. Who will win? Avatar takes 15
Oh,
hits.
he's taking a lot of damage.
Oh,
he
no.
died! Oh no!
That's a W for
Avatar was
Avatar.
very powerful today. He came ready.
Oh no. And again, now Yaki is in the lead.
Mhm.
That's how easy that can be just to lose or save time in slightly like small mistakes can really cost you.
Yeah, this isn't even the section we mentioned, but there's just so many sections where it can be tough. And Miyake makes it through.
Yeah. Nicely
Just
done.
making it clean through everything first try is itself a big deal,
Yeah.
especially in Slide 3. Like, that's when the lead to be 12 seconds in favor of Yaki, 17 seconds in favor of Bites before.
Gjennom bønneklokken, så over himmelen. Får du med deg dette, Sly?
Jeg er på vei til klokken
That was the way Bites died there was somewhat common way to die in that hack. When you get a bit too close to the defense avatar, he has that has the gravity pull, and you get very close there. You get consistently hit by the avatar itself, and then also the drones that are shooting also hit you at the same time. And since in Slide 3 the iframes are like non-existent almost, you just take damage, and even if you have 10 hit points, you are it's very fast to die there.
Yeah,
And it's
with the
also very,
quick
very
iframes,
difficult to get away.
With the quick iframes, it's easier to get locked into situations where you just continually take damage.
Yeah, and when you get locked there, it's very hard to get away, and you just have to accept that you're dead and have to start again. Yaki is taking this section pretty safely. It is possible to basically anticipate the next so-called spawns, like the next platforms that are spawning, and jump a bit earlier. But Yaki is taking the time
The
to
next
just
platforms
wait.
are rising.
Yeah. It's good to just make sure that you jump to the right direction and take no damage here, because as I said earlier, like taking damage in this section might be very bad for the jaw fight.
Yeah,
So
there's
it's better
no
to
shame
play
in
it safe
taking
here.
things safe in this job.
Yeah, yeah. But it's also like it's nice and safe. No damage for either of the runners yet.
Ooh.
One
Bites
more
did
jump for
get a
Yaki.
ledge grab, but
Ooh.
didn't fall down.
Close one. Close one.
Det er greit. Ta deg en hvil hvis du trenger det.
Okay, and both
Jeg
of the
stikker
runners
videre og ser etter Tsao.
got through the section
Får
with
inn
no
noen
damage.
merkelige avlesninger forut. Kanskje du skulle bruke
That's really,
optimaliseringsbrillene?
really nice.
I think Bites played that section a little bit faster than Yaki, at least. I think the lead for Yaki was more than that after the hack.
Yeah, it's 30 minutes. Oh, that's 5-second difference when it was
Yeah.
12-second before.
Yeah,
So Bites has caught up quite a bit.
Aha,
Yeah.
denne rømte
very
Sly
tight,
Cooper.
very tight.
Det ser ut til at du og den lille gjengen din greide å følge sporet jeg plantet. Du kommer selvfølgelig snart til å oppdage at du er hjelpeløs uten det.
Jeg er stolt av å
You
stole
love
på
to
vennene
see
mine.
it though when
Hvem trenger venner
races
når man
get
har
this
tjenere?
tight.
Hvem trenger
Third
kjærlighet
game.
når man har lydighet?
Yeah,
And
it's
not
very
just
nice,
to
nice
slide
to
through.
follow.
Når jeg likevel skal
Yeah.
knuse deg.
Just
Denne
third
hellige
game of
skolen har
series.
vært åsted for hundrevis av
It's
slag.
gonna happen.
Mine forfedre har
Really cool.
knust alle som har kommet i veien. Det samme
Yeah,
vil
Crazy how
almost played
often it
to,
happens.
Bentley, hører
The
du
teams
Yeah.
are so tight towards the end.
Jeg har hørt
Yeah.
om disse
I think it says something about how even these teams are from the draft.
styrken til stridende, og gjør at de kan
Yeah, I think
sveve
it
langt.
really indicates that
Du skulle
how the
kunne
drafting
fly
worked for this
hele
event.
veien.
Teams are somewhat even between each other, so
I tillegg
Yeah,
makes the
that's,
matches interesting to follow as well.
retning i svevet med
all the team leaders that were having a worse score for how good they are at each of the episode runs got to pick their first teammate.
i lufta med dobbelt
first, which there's some really good runners that weren't team leaders that they were able to get on their teams to make
Yeah.
up a bit for not being one of the better team leaders. Okay, still hasn't gotten the damage on Xiao though. This is gonna be really on to adjust.
Yeah, he's having a lot of issues now.
His cycles are gonna be very different.
Bites only one hit away from... Ooh, now... Okay, that was a bit too straight angle towards Zhao. That was not gonna work. And now, this is what I mentioned about the cycles. When you miss one, you're just a bit late for Zhao. But luckily, Bites nice move at the end. Manages to get Zhao.
Yeah, didn't lose too much time there for Bites. And Pokiaki as well, finishing it out.
Yeah,
Both seem
he
to have
lost a little
good
bit of
health.
time there.
So
Yeah, took only one hit, so he should be just fine.
yeah, I think the strategy even is to lock Zhao here, so it might not be too much of an issue
Slutt med dette, Tsao. Slipp
with
løs
the
Yin,
health.
så vi kan slutte å slåss.
Yeah, we'll see which strat the runners will do here. For episode runs, usually the runners will either use push attack to launch Zhao up in the air to kill him with the fall damage, or then use knockout dive and then just stealth slam Zhao right away, which I at least assume the runners will use either of those strat. Of course, you can just keep doing push attack all over and over. It looks like
The
Bites is going for
knockout dive
the...
strat difficult.
And not difficult at all. It's might be a bit annoying if you don't get Zhao to follow you right away.
Bites gets the push attack strat second try,
Yeah,
or
but the
second
knockout
push
dive
attack at least.
very clean. Getting the first try is obviously very satisfying, but second try also not bad at all. Yeah, having a little bit of trouble not getting the right launch. That looks...
There we
yeah,
go though.
that's a good one. Nice. Both of the runners nailed the Zhao fight just fine. But as I was saying, like knockout dive strat saves quite a bit over push attack, because you can just kill Zhao right where you begin. You don't have to make it all the way to the end of, edge of the arena. But it can be a bit finicky because you have to first hit Zhao in a way that he, for example, stops the momentum with bamboo, and then you need to use the knockout dive in able to get the stealth slam. Because if you just do the knockout dive, Zhao is gonna launch quite far away, and you don't have time to get to him for the stealth slam before he gets up again. And if you keep missing those bamboos, you can just not be able to get the stealth slam and just lose time that way. So it can be a bit finicky, but usually on average saves quite a bit of time compared to push attack strat.
And Bites is 23 seconds ahead now again, like he was earlier a bit. So we're just seeing the back and forth nature of this episode.
The tables turn again.
Jeg er redd vi trenger en ny kraftkilde. Kjernen til batteriet er ødelagt.
There's still so much to go with the episode, so expect more of that.
Yeah, like this next job again, the Carmelita section, it can go very wrong very quickly. If Sly gets away, you just have to lure him around the map. So we'll see what's gonna happen. There's also, we're approaching some called the easiest cutscene skip in the game. Let's see if our runners get it. You're supposed to throw a trigger bomb as Bentley and get launched to the trigger area. Let's see, Bites is lining it up. Looks good, and he got it. Nice.
Nice. Did take his time with it, but
Yeah.
completely fine.
Yeah, better take it safe than take the time loss from missing the cutscene skip.
And he seems to getting a lot of damage on Sly very quickly. It's really nice. Turns out it's easier for Sly to be hit when it's the AI running.
Oh no!
And
no.
he dies!
Oh, no.
And there we go,
Oh, no.
Noyaki's head.
Yeah. As mentioned, Slidery's iframes are like non-existent, and those cars that get the car later there, if you take a bit longer than you're supposed to with hitting Sly, you're gonna take a lot of damage very fast. And there we saw that car just died.
Yeah. Benefit of the strat Bites is doing is that obviously he's getting a lot of damage in quickly, but Yaki's staying a lot higher health,
Jeg har fanget Sly Cooper.
which does mean he gets it in one try.
Trenger transport umiddelbart. Over.
Bra skuespill,
But we're
Sly.
seeing here where
Godt
Bites started
tenkt,
his second attempt behind Yaki and is finished before Yaki now. So
Yeah.
going risky did definitely help in some way, at least the second time.
Yeah, there's a few spots there in the beginning where you're supposed to get Sly stuck, and then you just can just keep firing at him as Carmelita. Yaki couldn't really get Sly stuck, and then was missing a lot of shots, so there was a lot of waiting when Sly was just jumping around, being unable to hit him. Whereas Bites got Sly stuck on the second attempt pretty well, which helped
Yeah,
out a
so
lot.
16 seconds ahead for Bites now, so overall Bites lost time, but not actually that much,
Yeah,
which says something about just how much time it saves to just keep pelting in the damage like that.
yeah.
That he died and he still lost like 7 seconds
Oh no.
compared to Yaki.
Yeah, getting a little bit of trouble there. Accidental sneaking, crawling
Klar til aksjon. Du rocker, Sly!
makes the way, luckily. But that was definitely time lost there on Yaki's part again. Bites going to the safe house to refill the juice. Getting full meter now, being able to rocket boots all the way to the vampiric demise job trigger. Yeah, the juice management nowadays with the rocket boots and push boosting is a big thing in Sly 3 in the later episodes. Like optimally you don't need to get to the safe house there. You will get a health drop usually at the end of the job. But I think Bites I didn't have any juice left there at that point and just opted to quickly visit the safe house.
Meanwhile, Yaki didn't and just has to run at this point.
Yeah.
So might have gotten punished for not doing that. This is pretty long distance to not be using rocket boots.
Yeah, rocket boots saves a lot of time compared to running, so there, looking how long of a distance you had to went, visiting safe house would have definitely saved time. And Bites not getting stuck to the rock next the door at Panda Gang's house. That's like, I think 75%, 80% of the time, Bentley just gets stuck to that rock and just keeps rolling for 2 seconds there. Because why not? So that was great RNG victory for Bites there. Let's see for Yaki. Oh, Yaki didn't get stuck either. What the heck? This is crazy.
Well,
Impossible. No way. No way.
the fact that these cutscenes are a little bit RNG is hilarious. Same with theater pickpocketing, where that RNG for how far you go at the start has always been relevant.
Ydmykelsen var et veikryss. Jeg har frivillig valgt den ydmyke sti. Ydmykhet kostet deg datteren din!
But we mentioned Vampiric Demise earlier in this match when it comes to those major mistakes that can be done. Like this job has a cutscene skip that saves roughly 30 seconds when you do it correctly, compared to just doing the normal way, just kill the vampires. But if you miss that cutscene skip in a way where you actually die without killing the vampires, you will have to start this section that lasts for 2 minutes and 43 seconds from the beginning.
If Yaki goes for it and Bites doesn't and he nails it, then he could get ahead, but the risk is massive.
Yeah, I think the previous match for Knights, Yaki went for the skip, and I think he missed it twice. I'm not sure if he got it the third try. I feel like he may have gotten it. But yeah, maybe he has gotten now enough practice to now nail it. We'll see if he's going for it or not. It's a very brisk cutscene skip. And especially now when the difference is not that big, having that 3 minutes difference all of a sudden, that can really cost a lot.
Yeah, it can also matter definitely depending on the runner how nervous they get in a competition like this.
Yeah, that is true. It can really affect how you perform, if you're comfortable or not. Having a small stress, the competition pressure, that can really affect how you can nail the skips.
Bra! Jo mer fyrverkeri du lader opp, jo mer skade gjør du. En full pakke gir dobbelt skade. Ok, prøv å ødelegge gravsteinen ved å fokusere med full kraft. For en kraft! Ser ut til at det var nok til å vekke opp de vanndøde. Sikt på alle på en gang, med en full pakke. Det skulle være nok til å ta knekken. Supert, nå er du klar for hva som helst. Sly er sikkert ferdig nå. Han trenger hjelp til å
But
bære
it's the
fyrverkeriet fra andre.
tutorial section of the bandaging job done.
Yep.
Very nice.
That's the reality in Sly 3 when you have so many different ways of playing that you kind of need tutorials throughout the game.
Yaki uses the Panopticon strat there to basically stall the fireworks, because if you just can keep holding the firework button, eventually they will just explode on Bandaging's back. But if you open Binocucom, you can just have them there, just waiting. Because there's the section after destroying the gravestone, you have to wait until the 4 vampires spawn. So optimally, you will just have the rockets there ready and just keep the Binocucom open.
It says the longest ACES match? No, it's not. I think we had one that was like pretty much all the longest episodes, where it was like this episode, it was the longest in Slide 2 as well, episode 5. And what was the combination? It was something super long like that.
Yeah, I feel like
I
the
think
longest
even
one has been
Slide
close
4
to
was
3
like
hours.
it was one of the longer Slide 4 episodes.
Yeah, I think the longest match has been probably the round 1 Break Bombers versus Inland Knights, the Knights that are currently on.
Yeah, I'm
I
seeing
think-
this here now. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
just Slide 4 episode 5 was the last one, which isn't the longest one, I think, but yeah, because it would be episode 2 that's the longest in Slide 4. But it's almost the longest episode in all of the games, which is wild.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that long match, I think it had Slide 2 episode 5, which is...
Bare ett lager til. Dette går
Well, I do
Is it the
suppose that
longest?
this game did have 2 Slide 3 episodes, so that might actually make this one similarly long.
yeah, although
Or well,
EP6 is
the second
quite
one
short.
was yeah, the second one was CP6, right?
Yeah. But this is a pretty lengthy match today as well, since Slide 4 EP5 and this episode are pretty lengthy. But the longest one has been the Bombers Knights one with 2-5, 3-4 and 4-5, all of which are pretty lengthy episodes.
I did comment earlier, I think, on there not often being multiple Slide 3 episodes in around. It appears that, I'm looking here, that in this round we've had 2 games already be 2 Slide 3 episodes before this one. So this is the third and the second round where everyone just keeps picking Slide 3. It's
I'd love to
interesting.
see that.
Because I
Also-
know a lot of teams have less Slide 3 runners
Yeah.
than the other games. So
Yeah,
seeing so
there's
much
not
Slide
many.
3 this round is interesting.
Yeah, there's really not many Slide 3 experts like playing for the ACES. whereas for like slide 2 and slide 4, there's quite a handful of people where there's some top runners on the teams for either of the games.
Yeah, slide 2 especially, even people who focus on slide 3 and slide 4 usually are somewhat comfortable with slide 2 as well.
Yeah, that's true. Especially like the earlier episodes, like episode 1, especially like many runners in the competition like know that to some extent. Also, something that I've never actually seen is Let's grabbing there as panicking on that vault.
Yeah, covering slide. Just
Honestly,
making extra sure he isn't.
Like,
They are
honestly,
jumping around him a lot, so it can't be too safe.
Yeah. Like, I have a lot of hours in this game and this episode, but I've never known you can actually just let's grab there and the vampires cannot reach you. Like, that's new information. Wow. Nice.
Especially with how low he ledge grabs because of
Yeah.
how tall he is and just stays at that level.
Untouchable.
Yeah, they're just jumping straight into him. He's basically the same level as them, but they're not doing anything.
Yeah. I don't think Bites is going for the cutscene skip. At least he didn't set up the damage or the health for Panda King for the cutscene skip, whereas Yaki did. He's now 1 hit away from death. So I'm pretty sure he's gonna go for the cutscene skip. But it looks like at the moment Bites is just gonna watch the cutscene, have just chill.
Yeah, no
It's a great
no
option
shame
as
in
well.
that.
Yeah, it's a great option as well. If you're not comfortable with the cutscene skip, I can say don't go for it. You will
Even
lose
if
almost
you
3
are
minutes.
just in a relay.
Oh
Because,
no!
oh no!
Dette skulle holde.
Oh no! As we were
Oh,
saying.
that's so rough.
Oh man.
That's so rough for Yaki.
Ok, da stikker jeg tilbake til skjulestedet.
Yeah, that is also like the risky place when you're
Yeah,
jumping
you're
down.
there.
You really have to watch out where you're going, that you cover enough distance, because the vampires obviously will jump down as well. And when they touch you, you will take damage. And being 1 hit away from death, that costs a lot of time. But that's very unfortunate for
Yeah,
Yaki.
if Bites is checking out the stream now, then he knows he can just take things very safe from now on.
Yeah, yes.
He might even skip some cutscene skips, like the one in Operation, or skip and not do any the harder stuff like the palace skip and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like the team Beaver might be. I'm not sure actually. I can actually go check out real quick. I don't know. I'm not sure if they're in the voice call at the moment. But if so, then Beaver might be saying Bites that there's a solid lead and he can take things safe now. So for example, this job has the palace skip where you can do a short, kind of a shortcut that saves 20 seconds. But if you fail it, even a little bit, and you will fall to void and lose 40 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, I don't know if Bites knows that or was going for the trick anyways, but that is like some of the smaller stuff you should probably skip at this point if you know the lead.
Yeah. And this is the advantage that comes with making sure you actually finish, as we've been talking about, where just the lack of checkpoints just makes it so rough sometimes when you die.
Yeah. Very rough death for Yaki. This time he didn't take any damage, so I don't think he's going for the cutscene skip again this time.
Alt må gjøres ifølge tradisjonene.
Yeah, if he fails it again, that's just GG at that point.
Yeah.
Sent! Han så godt som død!
Nei, det ikke over. Bruk den fjernstyringen.
Oh, he took damage there again as he would walk down, so if he was going for it. Oh no, he is
Okay.
going for it.
He is going for it, it seems.
He just delayed his damage taking.
Oh,
Oh,
no. Run,
Okay.
run, run.
Run. That was scary.
A little chaotic. Okay, let's see if he gets the skip. Looks good, looks good. And he nails it. Nice.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah.
I
We
got a
got to
little
continue
scared
in
there.
That was scary. I was like 95% sure he was gonna get hit there, but I don't know how he didn't. made it out alive and
Oh,
got
is
the
this
skip.
the power skip?
Oh, but he's going for the palace skip. I see, and
No!
this is what happens. This is what can happen.
And yeah, this is what we mentioned with the advantage of going safe sometimes. If you do get it second try though, like when Bites was going risky with the Carmelita section and got him the second time, you could also see just how much time it saves that sometimes the death might not even matter compared to going safe.
Yeah.
So hopefully Bites gets its second try here.
Yeah, he's still going for it. The first one was pretty solid.
Oh, he doesn't.
Oh. Yeah, his first attempt almost looked good, but it was just a bit too much to the left, and the core just kept rolling.
It doesn't
That
lose
was
as
quite a
much
bit off.
time as failing that cutscene skip for Yaki did, but
No.
every time he fails this, he's giving Yaki just that little bit more time to catch back up and potentially get back in this.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Does he dare to go for it a third time, or will he just keep going? He
Okay,
just keeps it going.
That's a good
That's
choice.
a
That's a good
wise
choice.
decision.
Yeah. If I was a team captain, I would be yelling at him like, "Don't go for it! Don't go for it!"
Yeah. Like, going for it, even if you are in a safe position, just because you're confident in it, like, that's fine. But if you're failing it already, at that point, you might just go, okay, it's not my day, or I just need to practice it more later. Just take the safer route.
Yeah, especially in this like match scenario when you're still in the lead, but the lead is getting smaller and smaller each time you fail. In that case, you know, okay, I'm gonna take this 20 seconds loss instead of potentially losing another 40 seconds.
Yeah. I mean, he's almost the entire RC section ahead, but only almost now instead of being the entire RC section ahead, like. So no reason to just keep failing it if you're just not having your day with that skip.
Yeah. We'll see if Yaki is gonna go for it. He has practiced it at some point, but I don't know if he's recently been doing the bala skip. Okay, he's going for it. Yeah, trying to get rid of the last dragon, having a little bit of trouble there.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
Taking his time. Is it gonna work out for him that he's taking his time? Oh,
Okay, it was a little bit too
okay,
slow.
that's an interesting way to fail
Yeah.
it.
Okay, that
Oh.
looks. Oh no,
Ah.
still too slow. Yeah, if you're too slow there and just keep chilling there in the middle, the game is just gonna pull you back. That's very rough. It's very rough. Because you pretty much just have to do it in one momentum. If you just go too slow, try to crawl there, the game is just gonna say you, no, you're not supposed to be there. So if you're trying to go for the bala skip, you really just have to line it up and then do it in one motion and then steer to the right at the right moment.
Yeah, takes confidence.
Very unfortunate for Yaki. Another mistake there. Let's see if he's gonna go for it again. Let's see if he can nail it this time. He had those two attempts at the beginning were looking good, but he was just a little bit too slow. Oh, that was almost fell down the void. Okay. Oh no.
Oh no.
Damn.
So they failed the same amount of times, but Bites did his fails quicker.
Yeah.
So that actually means that Bites ends up saving time in the RC section.
Yeah.
Unless Yaki goes for it and gets it this time, I suppose.
We'll see. We'll see.
But with the amount of time Yaki was taking with each time, he might not even save time if he gets it the third time.
Yeah, let's say that
Because he
like
kept
optimally.
teleporting back and stuff.
Yes. Like optimally, if you're decent at the skip and do it in one one motion you should save around 20 seconds, but if you do like this smaller, like slower setup, like for example killing the dragon at the beginning, then having some backtracking here, and then lining up, that all comes to setup time, and it might not save that much time anymore. Like that was already like maybe 10 seconds setup at the beginning.
Penelope og Murray er avhengig av deg
That
for
might
å bli
work.
Oh.
sluppet inn.
Oh,
And there we
okay,
go.
he made it.
Ved inngangsdøra nå.
A bit scuffed, but he did make it.
Yeah, he's not giving up. He's not giving up on the tricks.
Åpner døra for en dame.
Committed
Og så sier
to
de at
doing
ingen
the
er høflige
skips.
lenger.
Yeah,
Let's
for
just
better
have
or
to do it.
worse, he's
Yeah.
making sure he gets the trick.
Yeah, it's nice to see at
Ja,
least the
det går bra.
skips
Du må
getting
komme deg av
done
gårde
in
hvis du har
the
tenkt å
race.
rekke å treffe pandakongen.
Yeah, it is nice because I know there are a few people checking out these streams always that maybe don't watch a lot of
Yeah.
sly runs.
Ifølge
So
tegningene er det en
getting to see
datamaskin
them,
på den
even if
andre
it takes a
siden av
bit,
rommet,
it's
under
always fun.
dragestatuen.
Yeah, it's nice to see
Jeg
all the
kan ødelegge
potential
den med
there
en
is in the
fjernstyrte
speedrun,
bil.
even if those
Så lenge jeg
aren't
ikke
like
treffer
first
blå
attempts.
sikkerhetsstrålene på
But,
veien.
You get to see like what kind of stuff there is in sly speedrunning, what kind of tricks there are. It's very cool to see.
Being RC section part 2 for Bytes, where I did mention there was a cutscene skip at the end.
Yeah, this section can
which,
really test your patience as well.
mhm.
You have to wait for the cycles, be very patient, not to rush anywhere, because if you go a little bit too far, you will hit the lasers or even the what are those, the obstacles, and then fail the job, and
The
you can lose a lot
generators,
of
I
time.
guess, of the lasers.
Yeah, something like that. Something like that. But yeah, as you were saying, here's the cutscene skip. I don't know if Bytes is gonna go for it. We'll see.
He does have a pretty good lead. Oh, it seems to be setting it up.
Might be. Yeah, that definitely looks like setting up the cutscene skip. That looks good. Yes, he gets the cutscene skip. Nicely
Really,
done.
really good.
Very nice Bytes. That was clean cutscene skip as well. Very nice.
That
Took
does
some time to set it up,
limit-
but
But that's limit Yaki's potential to catch up.
yeah.
So you're confident in it. Like, yeah, Bytes seemed to be pretty confident when he actually executed it. Just
Yeah.
needing to get in his favorite position to just cleanly do it.
Yeah, it's for that skip. It's very important to be to set it up and get your lineup in a way you're really comfortable with the angles, because there you have to, when you first have to line it up that your first shot will hit the generator or laser, whatever, and then after that you need to turn and shoot the computer. So if
You
you're
need to take them down around the same time, I
Takk skal du
believe.
ha. Nå
Yeah.
tar vi skatt.
you have to hit the laser first and then hit the computer. If you hit them the other way around, you will softlock the game and lose 2 minutes because of that. So it's very precise for the timing that you hit them in right order. So for that, having the lineup you're comfortable with is very important.
1, 2, 3. OK, vi prøver igjen. 1, 2, 3. Yes! Vi er inne!
Hvordan ser det ut? Er det superkult?
Det er masse å stjele, men konstruksjonen ser råtten ut. Skikkelig ustabil.
Hei, Murray. Sao er på vei mot deg. Hvordan går det med skatten?
Yagi also approaching the RC section as well. We'll see if he's gonna go for the cutscene skip.
He pretty much has to at this point.
Yeah. Like he doesn't want to give Bytes any more lead. There's still 2 sections where things can go wrong for Bytes. Like at the car with the lure, that can be chaotic sometimes.
Yeah,
There's
but it has to
guards
go
on the way.
really wrong.
Yeah. And then of course the dragon fight itself, deaths in the dragon fight can cost a lot of time.
Kan like godt gjøre det med stil.
But if Bytes can just keep playing, he's been playing very well today, this episode, if he can just keep up the good work. He should be able to close in the victory.
Ok, karer.
But there's
Jeg er
still
over dere.
some
Vasene rundt deg brukes
some
til et
gameplay
eldgammelt
to be
kinesisk
played, and also
sikkerhetssystem.
there's a small chance of sound locking. Of course, that's
Oh yeah,
that's always a
I haven't been
possibility.
mentioning that or thinking
Yeah.
about that.
Skjønner.
Yeah,
Hvis en av vasene faller,
you
går
have to
vi
keep
på
that
I
in
think I
mind.
mentioned it last time, but this time I didn't even think about it the entire relay.
Yeah, in slide 2 and slide 3 runs, there's always a small possibility, very small
Gul har rett.
possibility at
Vi må
each
sette i
load
gang.
you might not just get sound at all, and that means you have to just reset your console and
Yeah,
start
because,
the job all over again.
In these games, which is not common for games, the cutscenes are based on the dialogue rather than anything else. And it seems like you got the cutscene script as well. He did,
Yeah,
really
very
nice.
clean. Yeah, he had
so
much
yeah.
faster setup than Bites.
Mhm.
That was nice.
But yeah, since the cutscenes progress based on the dialogue, if you don't have any dialogue, unfortunately, or actually fortunately, that does not mean cutscenes get. I was gonna say unfortunately, but if world records were depending on an extremely rare chance of a sound lock, that would be horrible.
That would be horrible.
Like the one time
Oh,
where
man.
Remo got a sound lock right at the end of Sly 3 episode 4 prologue, like that's 9 minutes in itself.
Yeah.
Whereas if you get a sound lock in a section where you have cutscenes and it wouldn't soft lock you, then all of a sudden you're saving like minutes on some cutscenes.
Yeah, maybe it's good that's not the case.
Yeah.
That will be quite bad. But yeah, luckily those like sound logs are super rare. Usually you don't need to worry about or think about them. But of course, there's a very small possibility of them happening, so just gotta keep that in mind.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen a sound lock yet.
Yeah, I don't think so. There's been one in this tournament. Someone in the chat can correct us if we're wrong, but I don't at least recall any
I
logs
haven't
like
seen
that.
all the races, so I might have missed some, but I've seen most of them. I don't remember
Sympath is
one.
having a decent karma with the lure. Till let's hope. Yeah, he makes it. There's also a small possibility Corm is shooting at the grapple cam right before getting the trigger area, and then she doesn't make her way to the area, so you just had to get the grapple cam back there to the palace area. But that was pretty solid Corm with the lure for bites. He can just chill and enjoy the 4 minutes long cutscene here.
Jeg hadde nesten sluttet å håpe.
Ja, kjære datter, nå.
Now, the most interesting thing would be if both of them accidentally sound lock around the same time. But that might be too ambitious.
Yeah.
At that point, people would definitely start calling rigged.
Ok, vent litt. Den hemmelige
According to
planen
the
Alfa
script.
er iverksatt.
Yes.
Du vet, der jeg forkler meg som Tsao, og tar med meg den forkledde bruden under bryllupsseremonien? Sørg for at hele gjengen er der. Ok, jeg drar til bestemmelsesstedet. Over og ut.
Sly Cooper og de hemmelige planene hans.
Is the cutscene bites in the really long one? I don't remember which one it is.
Vel, han er ikke den eneste som kan kle seg ut.
I mean,
I feel like
Jeg skal gi han og gjengen et bryllup.
well, the 4 minutes is like the entire this cutscene plus the one after this load, like combined. It's like that pretty long wait there. Usually, if you're doing like Fektas or like full game, Slide 3 runs, this is like the cutscene where you can just go chill out a bit, maybe get some food.
Slapp av, min brud. Jeg skal ikke la noe hindre vår
Similar
kjærlighet
cutscene in
blomstre.
Slide 2 episode
Ikke
7
engang de miserable
after the
fluktforsøkene dine.
Canada Games.
Nu vel, kanskje
I always
versjonen
got
er
food
lettere å gjennomføre
doing
blant
Slide 2
slankekalleres
runs
herlige
in
fluker.
episode 3 because you have the long cutscene and then another long cutscene and then you have the start of episode 4. Just in general, it gave me a lot of time to go to micro food.
Yeah, that's true.
Go back later, pick it up, then start eating in the cutscene, and just really worked out well that way.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Good place to get some food.
Carmelita
So
tok
that way I
alle.
could have warm
Hvordan går det med
food even
Jing?
though it's in the middle of the speedrun.
Venter bare på
Yeah.
skatten, så stikker vi.
Hei, Murray. Sao er på vei mot deg. Hvordan går det med skatten?
Det går super!
I'm usually myself like pretty bad at eating when it comes to full game runs, but if I eat anything, it's usually like maybe here in slide 3, like end of EP4, beginning of EP5. But usually I'm
Yeah.
just too attached to the run itself. I just forget to eat anything.
For me, when I eat in the middle of a run, it might just be like, oh, I had to start a bit earlier, so I make sure that I do the dinner during the run rather than skipping dinner or something.
Yeah, makes sense.
Sometimes
Usually,
I
like,
might
after-
just eat earlier, but not as much previously.
I'm usually just extra hungry after the long run. Like during the run, I don't feel like anything usually. I just keep going, and then when I'm ready with the run, stops the stream. Then the hunger like hits me, and I'm like, what the heck? I need to eat something.
Kan ikke ta meg.
I don't know. For me, like during the run, I guess the adrenaline is there, just prevents me from feeling hunger.
I felt that when I was doing AOP in Let's Go Eevee recently, where you think alone, especially if you haven't run it before,
Fra stein til liv.
which I
Hjelp
noticed
familien Sao i deres
doing that the first time.
Yeah. Yeah, if you have to do like runs where you have to consistently keep focusing and thinking what you need to do next, then it's hard to focus on anything else besides that. But then if you've done something a lot, you basically just play on autopilot. You can
Yeah.
maybe focus on chat and something else more on the side.
Min slekt slår de inn på
I'd done
alle
any percent
måter.
NMS in Let's Go Eevee a lot, but AOP I just was like, alright, here's some notes, let's go in. And the location of items always very clear, or how to do some puzzles, so
Yeah.
I had to think quite a bit.
Makes sense. Bites is getting to the last phase, last fight of the entire episode and the entire match, the infamous dragon fight. There's RNG when it comes to the attacks of the dragon. So there's 3 types of attacks the dragon can do. Either the lick to the left, a lick to the right, or then the hands.
There's
And the dragon will turn
also
twice. Yeah.
the disguise jump strat you can go for, which Spice attempted, but unfortunately he hit the underside of the dragon, so his height was cut short, whereas the disguise jump would normally get you back up to the same level as the dragon, so you can spire jump on top there again, rather than having to go on firework. Almost got it the second time, but barely not.
Yeah. For some reason, it didn't get enough height there. Yeah, with the disguise jump, you can really save a lot of time because you don't need to find the fireworks. Let's see, looking good for Bites. I think he's about to finish. Hit away. Let's see, a few hits away still. Also gets a good attack pattern, and he's done.
GG.
GG's Bites and GG's Outbacks. Very nicely done. Yeah, that attack patterns of the dragon really make some RNG for the fight as well. The dragon turns after 13th hit and 29th hit, if I recall correctly. So if you get the longest attack pattern, you can really try to plan out how you're gonna play it out.
Yeah. Really back and forth game we had here. Unfortunately, we had Yaki lose a lot of time close to the end, so not as tight for the end. But overall, really exciting race to check out. We'll see. We have one runner coming in here. Will Bites also be coming in? He will. All right. Congratulations, Australia Outback.
Congrats.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, lads. Okay. First of all, Beaver. Yeah. How was it? Like right away. How was it like doing 2 runs back to back and being like the substitute runner right a few minutes before the match start? How did it feel?
You know, in the 10 to 15 minutes leading up to our start time, you know, we started to consider that was a possibility. And so I suppose in that time I got like mentally ready for it. And then thankfully one of the episodes, or the episode they picked, was an episode I was comfortable playing. So we benefited from that. And then it also helped that I kind of just had to jump right into it and didn't have much time to worry about it. So, yeah.
Yeah, I know you picked a Sly 3 episode right away. Did you expect them to stack up twice on Sly 3? Or because
No, we did not. I did consider that could happen, but that was not what I was expecting them to actually do. I knew that would be like, that was like the best way to like make me play bad, I guess. So like
yeah.
it was smart in that sense. But I didn't think they would do it because I figured their team wouldn't be prepared to do that. But they did.
Was there any
So
strategy around that with which specific Sly 3 episode you picked?
no, we picked 3-4 to start, and that was the plan from the beginning, and that was just for Bites' sake.
And just playing to the strengths that we could have.
Yeah.
Coming into the episode.
Yeah, our strategy was pretty relatively unchanged with the substitute situation, mainly because we didn't we were gonna pick Bites' episode, and then that middle episode, you know, we didn't have any say in, and then the last one was just making sure we got a Sly 4 episode for me. So
Yeah, that makes sense. Bites, were you aware towards the end of how far ahead you were, and did you adjust how you played at all for that, or did you just keep going the way you usually go?
Towards the end, I think I felt a little more comfortable playing safer, since my practice hasn't been fully consistent yet, since I'm still currently learning Sly 3 per episode. And me trying to opt into not doing Vampiric Demise or only doing 2 attempts of Palace Skip, those kind of like drove me into just playing a little safer with that. Because a lot of things can happen with this episode that are pretty unforgiving.
Yeah, because we were talking about that, where you were still going for the cutscene skip. You still tried balance skip a bit when Yaki had failed the cutscene skip on Panda King, so all of a sudden you were very far ahead from that. But if you're really confident in those strats, I think it's fair to still go for them. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Beaver, how did it feel like playing Sly 3 Episode 6? Like, have you played it anything at all recently?
I played through it without, you know, like tryharding when I was setting up files for ACES. But other than that, the last time would have been the last time I played ran Sly 3, which would have been a long time ago. So thankfully I have done, not super recently, but I have done a lot of Gauntlet. So the biggest things I was scared of were Danger in the Skies, which went, thankfully it went okay. Not really great, but not horrible either. So yeah, I was a lot more scared of the mini game jobs than I was of like Gauntlet, for example.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like a few of the jobs can be very punishing if you come in with some rust, and Danger in the Skies obviously is one of those. But I feel like
Yeah.
overall you played pretty well for the episode.
Yeah, I thought I played like about as well as I could have given the circumstance. So I was very happy with it. And then my Sly 4 segment was really good also. I PB'd again, so
Yeah,
was
that
cool.
makes sense. With I think your PB doesn't do additional gadgets, so that helps, even if it's just a little. And in general, it looked very clean the way you did everything.
And my PB's in German also, or it
Oh
was.
yeah, I didn't check that when I would quickly skim through, but that would make sense if you were just doing full game stuff in your PP.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were definitely discussing like how was your pace doing during Sly 4, because you were playing very well. Like your movement looked very clean and all the tricks went fine. So it's cool to hear that you actually PB'd during the race.
Yeah, for sure.
And we also have a bit of a meme question from Nave. How your dryer doing bites?
Oh, it's it's working as intended. So at the start of the match, I had a message from the dryer was broken, that a repairman was coming through during the race. So I wasn't sure when he would arrive, and I was afraid if I tried to do a run early or in I would have to stop mid-run just to tell them I was going. But thankfully, it came in the middle. I was running at the end of this race, so everything get checked out and it works now. And double W.
It's really good.
Double W. True.
Sounds good. Albi, do you have any more questions for the runners?
No, I do not.
Yeah, I think we're ready. Again, congrats Outbacks for the victory. Continuing with clean record, 2 W's, 0 L's.
Yeah, really good job, and congrats on the PB as well, Fever.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks
Good
for
luck on
chatting
round
with
3.
us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Looking forward here to the future of the ACES event here. We do have the next match scheduled, which will be the 10th of August, same time as today. A lot of 6 o'clocks in Europe, which is really nice.
Yep.
So definitely don't miss out on that, which will be the last game of this round. So you will also be seeing some of the matchups for round 3 after that. So a really, really cool one to check out when that comes around. And that
Yeah,
was Jackalopes versus Vipers, I think.
Yep. I'm gonna be running for the Vipers, and yeah, as you said, last match for the round 2, and we're gonna see the next round matchup after that. But yeah, this Saturday, 10th of August, same starting time. Make sure to hop on to Twitch TV/Lygoals once again. But yeah, thank you, Albi. It was super nice commentating with you. It was a cool match to follow as well.
Yeah, it was great being here. You were great to commentate with Knuti, so that went really well. A lot of Sly 3 insight that I didn't have, which helped out during 2 Sly 3 runs. That was really
Definitely.
nice.
yeah.
And
Goodbye,
yeah,
chat. See you
see you
next
around.
Saturday. Yeah. Bye.